Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the new fashioned in the Deer District. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Damn. Unfortunately, Kyle Wallace just made it on time, and either way, Brad and I, Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, made the right decision not to drive with you. Because you cut it too close, man.
The parking guy, he was in front of me. He didn't know how to pay. His car was processing, so I had to
that's what
technology.
You have to build time in for, is the incompetence of others.
No, I was good. I'm here, right?
How high was your heart rate?
Oh,
were you panicking? You're going to miss the 2 o'clock jump?
No, not at all, because I was going to send somebody out there to pay for me if I couldn't pay so my car won't get towed.
Send somebody out there to pay.
Wow.
That is big-time talent.
No, that's what teammates are for. What do you mean? Wouldn't you guys be happy to help a teammate?
No, you're supposed to schedule
There's four people here.
There are 4 people doing their job setting this up here. They're not your personal parking assistants.
It was 4 very reluctant nods, might I add.
So did you ignore my call on purpose?
Did you call me? I didn't get anything.
I called because the door was locked downstairs.
Well, we are live from the new fashioned, and it is amazing. I gave myself a tour. Hopefully that was okay. Doors will open at 4 o'clock, but you need to be here because there is tons of space. I looked around as well. Tons of beverages. Brad, your favorite is in the fridge.
Carbless?
You bet your bottom dollar it is. Bowling, drinks, slots, fun, space, a beautiful view right at Fiserv Forum in the heart of Deer District. So if you're listening right now, make sure you come on down to the new fashioned. And again, it is served up with a twist because they've put a spin on a bunch of local traditions and food, tons of activities. This is hyper bowling. Yes, hyper bowling is the new thing here, and you will need to rent your bowling shoes, but it is a new way to bowl that includes double and triple points for hitting the bumpers when they're lit up. So that's taking bowling to a new level.
I can get behind that kind of bowling.
It's kind of like, in my opinion, Pong on steroids. You know, Pong, you at least you had to hit like a certain spot in a way, but now if you hit the bumper, you got to hit the angle to hit the pins. I think that's intriguing because we've all watched the thing on the screensaver try and hit the corner, right? Like, got to hit the angle. Well, I'm intrigued by it.
Anyone can throw a bowling ball straight. How about working angles? Hit it once, hit it twice, and hit the pins. Now you're talking your chest.
Geography in hyper bowling. The food's amazing. Drinks, cocktails. You can shop here as well. They got candles in here. So whatever you need, it's at the new fashioned here in Deer District. Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, getting you ready to go for the Bucks Game 2 tonight against the Indiana Pacers. Ben Brust here against the Wisconsin backer, Kyle Wallace. Say something, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited about the basketball game tonight, walking up and seeing the Fear the Deer on the Fiserv Forum across from the new fashion. It made me feel good about tonight's game.
Can I say something about, because I love the graphic that they put up on Fiserv.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful, but they could have swapped. They should have swapped Malik Beasley
for Bobby Portis?
For Bobby.
Yeah.
Yes. I know Malik was in the starting lineup, but Bobby is a foundation of the city of Milwaukee. Bobby's face should be on the front of Fiserv Forum.
Well, and those eyes, those strike fear into anybody. When he's looking at you, I could see him right there on the banner.
Fear, but also if he's staring at all of the Bucks fans coming in, they're going to harness the Bobby Portis eyes and the Bobby Portis energy as they walk through the gates.
You guys should have hooked up with the Bucks marketing department to get everybody all excited for what's to come tonight.
I've offered my services as a marketer to these in arenas.
Yeah, well, they need to take you up on that. Johnny Watson, hit him up.
800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN is the number to get into the show. We're live on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. And I tell you what as well, it was a fantastic walk from the 3rd Street Market Hall where we are at the Avenue where our offices are. This gave me vibes of when I was walking through the Deer District in 2021. The weather, the outdoors, the atmosphere, little bit of a peek into playoff weather, right? Playoff weather is like, we're not in November, December, January basketball. We are in playoff weather, and I'd be lying if I said when I think about the parade even in 2021, it was I think it was a nice day. I think it got a little cloudy at the end, but my point is I remember waking up, the sun was shining. I see the sun shining on the shadow of Fiserv Forum.
You know what you're describing, Ben? You're describing hope and optimism, particularly now with the sun out.
I don't like hope.
Warm
I like
weather.
optimism.
We're going to go with optimism then because the sun's out. It feels good to walk around downtown Milwaukee, wherever you might be listening in Wisconsin. The Bucks are playing well in the playoffs, and the NFL draft is this week. It all feels like optimism. It all feels like up and to the right.
This is the best part of the spring when it comes to sports in this time because you have the NFL draft, you have the tip-off for the NBA playoffs, and here in Wisconsin, this is a rejuvenated, exciting time with the Bucks being really, really good now and the Green Bay Packers looking to pick some guys to push them over the edge to get to a Super Bowl.
So we will get to a lot of different things here across ESPN Wisconsin over the next 3 hours, leading you up to the Homer Hour, and I guess the Brewers will be on 94.5 ESPN program notes starting at 5 o'clock with pregame, and the Bucks will be on our sister station 620 WTMJ. But with that, I had to write a check today.
A what?
A check, exactly. I had to write a check today. It was the weirdest thing I've done in a while in terms of do I need a memo? Is a memo for me? But I'm not going to save the back end of the check that it prints on the check and the check underneath for your records. Everything felt odd, and I will say the hardest part about writing a check is spelling numbers. At what point in our lives do we learn what 40 is spelled like, what 59 is spelled like? Is it F-I-F-T-E-Y or just a Y? I'm always self-conscious when writing a check because I don't know how to spell these numbers. When someone says 90, or what do you expect to see? 90. You don't see N-I-N-E-T Why?
Correct.
Yeah, but do you see how I did the double question there?
Sounds like you just can't spell.
Yeah, are you smarter than a 5th grader? I see why.
Are you smarter than Ben Brust at 5 o'clock? But is this a personal problem, or is anybody else out there with? Shut up, Ashton. Ashton Rotman running the show at the Gruber Lofts is One Call That's All Studios. Come on, it's hard to spell letters.
Well, okay.
Or numbers.
I mean, 80 is a tricky one because you got the E-I-G-H-T-Y, right? And the 90, the N-I-N-E. Some people I could just see going right to the T-Y. Everything about a check's a little bit complicated because you have to match exactly the number to writing out the numbers itself. But how about this one? Where do you put and? Because if I'm talking normally, I'll be like, yeah, it was $148.23.
You don't write and.
Only one and when the dollars change to cents. So if you wrote 148 and 24 cents, that would be wrong.
You just do 148.
148 and 23 cents.
But you don't write and. You can just do 48 line and over 100, then you dash out the rest so nobody can write
y'all
anything
experience
in there.
with checks. I don't know the last time I wrote a check, and to be honest, I just got checks. I used to use my mom's checks all up until about a year or two ago.
What do you mean?
Wait.
You didn't have a checkbook?
I didn't have a checkbook. I literally just recently got a checkbook. I didn't have a checkbook before that because I didn't write checks.
Why would you recently just get a checkbook?
Because it was something
we're
that
moving
was
away from
yes,
checks.
and he's getting checkbooks now.
It was something that was offered for free, and I said, you know what? Maybe I should have checks just in case right now. But before that, if I needed a check, which was a rarity, I would just hit up old Mama Wallace and I say, hey, I need a check, and she would give me a check, and I'll write the check, and I'll give her the money, we'll be all good to go.
So it comes from Mama Wallace's bank account?
It comes from Mama Wallace's bank account, courtesy of Kyle Wallace's bank account. Because I give her the cash, and then she just gives me the check.
How quick was the repayment to Mama Wallace?
It depends. It depends.
Because you said you'd charge her interest if not for quick return. We said that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, she's a little bit more lenient. The bank of Mama Wallace is a little bit more lenient than the Kyle Wallace bank.
I understand
But no, so I literally, there's very few times that I had to write an actual check in my name. I don't think I've actually ever had a check that had my name on it other than the cashier's check.
Well,
Ash, did you put a poll up for KBN ESPN? Have you written a check in the last, 12 months.
Yeah, it's up there because I was trying to think of the perfect number between like 6 or 12, and I feel like just in a calendar year, if you've written a check, I need to know why. Like, what are you writing this check for?
And also, this is to the point. 800-990-3776. Shout out to a 21-year-old listener. I'm 21 and I don't know how to write a check.
I ain't mad at you, son, because I barely know how to write a check. Y'all talking about
They taught us how to write checks in school,
No,
didn't
I
they?
remember that. Yes, I remember that. It was a whole thing. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't pay attention during that time.
I think it was like I forget if it was. I think it was like early high school. They
I
tried
was
to,
going to
teach you
say
life skills.
I remember middle school.
Life skill. I remember seeing Randy Moss saying straight cash, homie, and that was my mantra moving on for the rest of my life.
No checks for Kyle.
So I did. I have written
Easy money.
I have written a check in the last 12 months.
For what?
I got a lawn guy. And he only wants checks.
Wait a minute. So you got a lawn guy who's actually such a professional.
Well, I mean, are you shocked he has a lawn guy? He's got a great
I'm not
room,
shocked,
a
but
lodge room, and a lawn guy.
For real, most
Yeah,
of the
lawn guy.
handymen or lawn people I have, they want cash because they like that under
Only
the table
cash.
money.
That's true. My guy's maybe a bit above board, but how about this? I was in the
I'm too poor for him.
My guy's a little bit better than your guy.
yeah. He's better. I was in. It's funny this check thing came up because 2 weeks ago I was in the grocery
My
store.
guy files taxes.
My dog does not.
The IRS is listening. I was in the grocery store, and I would have thought that at this point, nobody writes checks. You got stuck. I got stuck behind a check writer in the
old
grocery
was she?
store. She was probably 75.
I knew she was
She's
old.
75. It was the whole thing. The whole checkbook came out.
Easy
It
money.
was slowly. What was it again, darling? Oh, that's right. She's writing it out, and she tears it off, and she writes it in her memo thing. And I can't imagine a day when that was normative, where people would be like, "Oh yeah, we're all writing checks. Therefore, this whole thing is going to be triple the length that it is right now."
I mean, I really do recall going to the old Boston store, RIP Boston store. My mom writing checks, and they put it into the little machine, and they put the check up, and it like shoots up through something. Y'all remember that? I don't know what they do now. How do they actually cash checks at cash registers now?
They don't.
I
They put them
don't.
underneath, lock it, and then take it to the bank.
Well, what
It's
if the
so
check
inefficient.
bounces in?
Or
Then they're stuck.
yeah, that's why most places don't allow you to write
Maybe
checks.
I need to start writing checks that I can't cash. That's on your plan.
That's what the whole movie Catch Me If You Can was about. He just wrote bad checks and just like moved around.
He put in time, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm good on
I mean, at
I
the
like my
end, for
freedom.
sure.
Yeah, he sure for sure.
Now, I'm surprised you didn't ask me why I wrote a
Yeah,
check.
no,
good
why did you write a check, old man?
Old man. It's been 12 weeks since we've had the birth of our daughter.
Okay.
And since we are not married, we had to get a form for a birth certificate notarized. So I got it notarized on Sunday.
It took you 12 weeks to do this. That is so ridiculous. I mean, your baby was fatherless for 12 weeks in the eyes of the government.
You're legitimately mad at me.
I am. This is.
You say my baby was fatherless
Yes,
for 12
she was
weeks?
in the eyes
I
of the
was
government.
there. I was feeding.
In the eyes
I
of
was
the
wiping
government,
diapers.
She's fatherless. They don't know that. In the eyes of Social Security, government,
No,
and
she's
everything.
got a Social Security number.
Okay, but in the eyes of the government, for 12 weeks,
What
she's
are you, the
fatherless.
government?
I'm just saying. I know how the government works.
I think you got played because I know a lot of brothers out here that I know, my friends, who ain't never got nothing notarized, and they got not the paternity, but they got the father. What did you pay? Child support. They got child support ripped right out of them without having to sign anything. Are you sure this is legitimate?
Yes, I talked to somebody who maybe also went through the proper channels, and maybe that's why they had to pay more in child support for not doing the right thing.
Well, hopefully, I'm good on that.
I just.
Are you?
Yeah, my game-
Why'd you say it like
My
that?
game is better than yours.
I'm just glad that I can put my head on the pillow tonight, knowing that Ben's sweet daughter officially has a father.
Congratulations.
If there's
Ben.
any area
I'm not going to lie. We went to the bank, and I high-fived. I was like, yes!
Of course you did.
I waited until I saw some resemblance to make sure it was my kid, and I was like, all right, let's go notarize
That's
it.
fair. That's fair.
I was joking.
Luckily, it looks more like Mama than you.
It
so
does.
I can understand the
Well,
hesitation.
I mean, do you get a DNA test, though?
No, I don't need a DNA test.
I'm-
What's
wait,
your
wait,
mouth,
hold on.
Kyle?
That
Wait
would
a
be
minute,
an
I'm not-
indictment
You're being
on baby
disrespectful
mama.
now. This isn't the first time Kyle's come at baby. We were doing a remote
suspicious.
broadcast for what was the NCAA tournament, and Kyle called the baby, our baby, the dang baby that
Yeah.
came into the office.
She's quite
the
Now
adjective.
you're questioning if I need a DNA test to
she's-
prove that it is my child.
She's precious. I'm just saying. I know a lot of people. I know some people that may or may not have been raising the kids.
Next time you see my girlfriend, I'd like for you to say, hey, I think you should get a DNA test.
I'm just saying, just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure.
Would to save myself?
Yeah, just in case. You ain't gonna get that child support back.
I don't need to pay child support, Kyle.
They're going to garnish it from your wages.
I'm providing a home for the family. She does not have to file a grievance against me.
All right, just wait. You're going to get that check when the IRS
I guess they can come to it, though.
Now, Brad, when tax season comes, I might need to hit you with some dependent questions.
I got you.
Can you have a dependent if you like? Can you both be can a child be a dependent of two parents if they're not married?
No, only you, Ben, or baby mama can claim the dependent.
Now,
the dependent can only follow on one tax.
Who's claiming baby girl?
So let's actually bring this on air now, because this is actually a
girl?
conversation that came up with her mom in town.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna marry my daughter, so we ain't got to worry about that.
Seriously.
Now, for 2023, big year, bought a house, had a kid. There's a lot of tax implications for next year's tax season, right? Mm-hmm. You got a lot of things here. She is the dependent, on my girlfriend's health insurance. Does that matter for taxes? Can I claim her as a dependent on taxes if she's under the health insurance? Because we've hit her deductible now since we had the kid. She's got the kid on the health insurance plan. But I'm thinking, damn. If we were married, we might have already hit the deductible together.
Yeah, that's pretty nuanced of a tax question, but I believe that it doesn't matter whose health insurance that she's on, but only one of you can claim her. That's the big thing.
Should I claim her?
Whoever has the most income, and I don't want to put that out there.
I'm claiming her. 800-990-3776. Brad's a general contractor. Anyone who wants or needs work done on their home writes checks. Well, that isn't necessarily the truth when it comes to Gina Della from Pella, because we spent some time with Gina Della from Pella, Brad, and guess what? You don't need checks. They will meet you where you need to go. Up to 60 months with 0% interest. Up to 60 months. Are you kidding me? We talked to Gina. There's not just, hey, check, there's this, there's that. There's finance options. You can pay cash or check, but there's all the options in the world. It's a smorgasbord, especially with the interest rates now. I mean, I just talked about a home. Kyle charges mom interest on cash.
I mean, tell me where else you can find that deal that Pella's offering. I can't think of one. In this climate especially, I mean, they're making it more affordable than ever.
So we went to the showroom in Milwaukee. There's a showroom in Madison as well. I have never had so much fun looking at windows in my entire life.
It was strangely like a kid in a candy store. I mean, you could imagine Ben. He was touching the windows. He was hopping through things. I mean,
was I doing that?
Yeah, a little bit. It was like I felt like about 20 years fell off your age in the level of excitement and exploring the showroom.
It was like those commercials where they say come in and play with it. Now obviously don't break the stuff. Hey, easy, Ashton. Gina Della from Pella's getting this air check, but she'll appreciate the A. I did do a barrel roll, trying to get underneath, because they have all these remote buttons that bring down things in between the glass.
I mean, my mind was blown left and right. I mean, Gina was showing us, wait till you see this, and wait till you see that. I mean, Ben took the whole idea of it being interactive to a next level, but hey, he was getting it as a hands-on feel for what Pella can offer. It's unbelievable.
The funny thing is we basically learned, or at least I learned, that there will be a second consultation needed because I am not the decision maker.
And that's also fair.
For you?
Yes. That's a healthy relationship right there.
Well,
man support when you choose.
I have a feeling Kyle would be like, I'm getting what I want.
Oh no. Listen, I done found out in the last month that I have no say in anything.
Good.
I'm just here for the ride.
At least you're learning now. 800-990-3776, live from the New Fashion. It's Kyle, Bruston, Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I've never seen so many people excited to hear that Brad was a CPA. Boring. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring, do the
Pack Arena right now.
1 pack of 2 pack of 3 pack Arena.
Hey.
What's the rest of the words? Jordan loves the Christian Watson. Nay, that's a touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Plans for the postseason? Check out the New Fashion, the hottest new spot in Deer District to catch all the action of the Milwaukee vs. Indiana playoff showdown in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Enjoy the 50-tap pour wall and mouth-watering eats from Vincent's Restaurant Group. Dive into hyper bowling, street curling, and dartball for added fun. Don't miss a moment of the action. It's all about fun and games at the New Fashion. The New Fashion, where great food, fantastic drinks, and thrilling games are served up with a twist. Located in the heart of Deer District. See you there.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for the Bath Authority, and if your bath or shower is old, outdated, has mold and mildew or broken tiles, you gotta call my friends at the Bath Authority. The Bath Authority provides the highest quality bathroom remodeling products along with a world-class customer experience. Call 414-249-6934 to schedule your free in-home estimate today and get $1,000 off a new shower or bath plus 36 months of interest-free financing. TheBathAuthority.com, a better bath awaits.
Gabe Neitzel here. I know you've already heard me talking about how Mentality has helped me over the years, but there are others like me. Jason has been using Mentality for a while now and is loving the results.
I have gotten a handful of friends, probably a couple dozen, especially those that are closer to my age, maybe even a little bit older, because I just tell them, you got to check this out. Do not wait any longer. Just go and admit it. Yep, you're at an age where things are slowing down. I promise you, you're not going to regret it, and that's truly what I get. I'll get a phone call after, like, man, I feel like a kid at Chuck E. Cheese right now.
Learn more today at LowTUSA.com.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to build your dream yard or get out on the water, we get you the right products at the right prices. Like 40-pound bags of Blaine's brand wild bird food, $16.99. All Livingston vegetable and flower seeds, 25% off MSRP. Save $100 on a Hobart 210 MVP MIG welder. And new at Blaine's, get a Farm and Fleet foam kneeling pad, $8.99. Rewards members save an extra buck. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Beautify your entertainment space with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hi, this is Gina Della from Pella. Turn your ordinary space into something extraordinary with brand new Pella windows. The luxurious look, sleek design, and custom colors available is guaranteed to give your home the extra pop to entertain and keep you comfortable. At Pella, we see windows differently. We have the highest rated energy efficient products and a complete range of durable, functional, and high quality products that bring out the best of your home. Plus, getting the perfect windows and doors for your home has never been easier. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months or no down payment, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months if you book before April 30th. That's right, get 0% interest for up to 36 months or no down payment, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months if you book before April 30th. Take ownership of your living space and make it a place worth living with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All's my life I has to fight.
It was a great day at the office. But it's also a great day because Screamin' Sicilian was involved. Yes, Screamin' Sicilian Pizza. It's so screamin' good. They continue to source wonderful, wonderful cheese and products right here in the state of Wisconsin, opening up jobs for everyone in the state of Wisconsin, but providing the best pizza available in your local grocer's freezer. Now, I had Frozen Pizza Friday last weekend while my girlfriend's siblings were in town. That's a tradition. You know what I pulled out. Screamin' Sicilian. Had a thin and crispy. Had a 2.5 feet of stuffed crust. I'm stuffed crust Screamin' cheese pizza. They have the tavern style, but I'm an OG fan. And with the OGs, you get the Bessie's Revenge. You get the Holy Pepperoni. You get the Boss Hog. You get the Supremus Maximus. You get the Ultimate Deluxe. And guess what my girlfriend got gifted at work on her second day back today?
The Mambo?
The Mambo Italiano. Mambo. We are going to find our screaming pleasure and taste what all that screaming is about while enjoying some Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Kyle Bruston-Nortman live from the New Fashioned right here in the Deer District, looking at Fiserv Forum on this beautiful Tuesday for Game 2. Now, I've mentioned that the vibes are high. 800-990-3776 if you want to get into the program. Also on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. But to no one's surprise, the Bucks backer, the Wisconsin backer, has no doubt that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to win this series.
Yeah, I mean, after Sunday night's performance by Dame, what did Dame say? He said, "This is what you have me here for." That's what Dame was talking about. We were concerned about them having some ebbs and flows, ups and downs during the regular season. That happens. But when it comes to the playoff time, when it comes to clutch time, when it comes to winning time, that is exactly what we got Damian Lillard for. What we saw in the first half, 35 points to jumpstart that offense is the exact start that this Milwaukee Bucks team needed. After watching that game, after watching Dame, I was reminded, and everybody in Milwaukee was reminded, and anyone watching on TV on Sunday was reminded that Dame is that man, and when it's playoff time, that means it's Dame time. So everybody should have a high level of confidence because Dame got hot. He killed it this last game. We still are in line for a Bobby Portis game. Bobby going to have a big game where he dropped 28 points. We're still in line for a Chris Middleton game and also a Brook Lopez game. I feel so confident that we have enough guys that can help us win 3 more games in this series until Giannis gets back. So Bucks fans should be excited.
You don't even like Giannis. You should be talking about how this team is better without Giannis' leadership.
I love me some Giannis.
Liar.
I love Giannis, but I love the fact that we finally have a guy that can go out there and cook and score consistently. I love Chris Middleton as well, but he ain't no Damian Lillard. We got 2 top 75 players, and we just got a glimpse and a taste of what it's going to look like. Just wait till round 2 when Giannis come back.
Bradley?
Well, I'm going to feel like Kyle is feeling if the Bucks win tonight. I think that's why this game is so critical because, look, what the Bucks did, particularly Dame did in the first half of the first game, unbelievable. I mean, we know that is in there for Dame, but everyone else stepped up. You got Chris Middleton who stepped up. You got a lot of guys that looked good out there. But, guys, let's be honest. The Pacers were a little bit shell-shocked. They're not going to play another game where they have a 66% free throw percentage and a 21% three-point percentage. The Pacers played bad on Sunday afternoon. And then with the Bucks, how do we know that the other guys are going to continue to step up? Because we'd seen this all year of an old Chris, of an old Brook, and guys that need to step up when Giannis is out. So Dame has showed the capability to do it, and I give those guys credit. They took a huge step forward, and we see what they're capable of. I think tonight the Pacers are going to try to take away Dame. I think they're going to shoot better. I'm eager to see if everyone else continues to take a step up. If the Bucks win tonight, they go up 2-0, and they're able to go to Indiana, I feel great about their possibility to win the series. If they don't win tonight, I'm a little bit more skittish. I'm not there yet.
Say it again, Tony the Tiger. You feel what?
Great.
All right, now we all go feel that way.
Win tonight.
And as per usual, I'm a little bit more on the Bradley Nortman side of things because there's been so many times throughout this year where things have been down and they felt really down. When Dame hit a buzzer beater in the middle of the regular season, everyone's like, oh, this is what we brought him here for. And that was supposed to compound. They still finished with a record under 500 under Doc Rivers. So for me to sit here and say that one game is enough for me to feel confident that this series is over is blasphemous. This team was minus 250 before the playoff series started. They ended up before game 1 being not favorites to win this series. Now, that is why when we did a little same-game parlay, we knew there was value in the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 1 being underdogs, disrespecting a world championship team in Game 1 when the Pacers have a Tyrese Halliburton, who he himself has admitted he's never been here before. Like, he's never been in a spot like this before. And some of those Pacers have. Siakam has. I'm not going to get into the Pacers, but what I will say is I don't feel confident enough with one game because I've seen one-game sample sizes from these Bucks before. I want to see 2 before I'm sitting here like Kyle saying, yeah, it's all done. Because Dame put up 35 in the first half.
Sure did.
Did they adjust and make it tough on Dame? Yes. Will he have 3 shots and 0 points in the second half this next game? Absolutely not. He will adjust too. But with that comes uncertainty about how is this team going to react when things change, when they get punched in the mouth. They never were challenged. They were never legitimately challenged. And until this team is legitimately challenged in the playoffs without Giannis, I'm not going to sit here and say that I can predict the future and feel as confident as Kyle Wallace. I need to see more consistently over this first round, showing that this team is business, showing this team that they will wipe the Pacers with no letdown.
See, you made me mad. You made me mad because
I didn't believe in everything that you said.
Because you said this team isn't challenged. This is the issue that I have. Brad called them old veterans, and you said they haven't been challenged.
The playoffs.
There are still guys on this roster when Giannis went down in 2021 who stepped up when they needed them to step up. The Milwaukee Bucks have playoff experience on this roster. Chris Middleton has that experience. Bobby Portis has that experience. Pat Connaughton has that experience. I'm
aware.
But they all have experience in those moments.
I just wish you're saying a lot of good things, Kyle. But what I do want to say is I wish you would have said these facts last week when you were getting to go more towards Brad's expectations of it would be good if this team made it to the Eastern Conference Game 7.
I never came out my mouth.
Yeah, because you don't believe in the way Giannis is leading this team. All it took was one game of Dame scoring 35 points, and now you want to try and make everyone forget the fact that you didn't believe in this Bucks team and Giannis as a leader because of one game against the Indiana Pacers. I'm not going to sit here and let you play both sides of your mouth.
This is what y'all forgetting. The Bucks were 1-4 against the Pacers during the regular season. During that time, they didn't have Pat Bev. Doc Rivers wasn't there, and the team was disjointed.
Doc Rivers wasn't there.
Wait a minute, but here's the thing. We got to see a team that they struggled against, right? The Pacers, right? They lost against them during the regular season. The Bucks had a week to prepare for them. They had a week to game plan for them. And it looked like the Bucks were the better coached team, the more experienced team, and a more talented team. That is exactly what you expect, that type of performance from a 3 seed facing a 6 seed.
And all Brad and I are saying is we need to see it more than one game.
But what about this team? What about this veterans? What about
everything that we saw the entire season? Giannis being out. Last year when Giannis went out, Drew went off and had 30, and then next thing you know, boom. They lose to the Heat, and Giannis comes back. Like, this is part of an NBA 7-game series. You're getting too wrapped up in Game 1. Do I believe they're going to win the series? Yes, but to act like it's no problem, nada, that's just completely I was going to say ignorant, but it kind of is actually.
No, it's optimistic and confident in the guys that we have.
It's rose-colored glasses, and that's why you're our Bucks backer.
You know they're going to adjust to try to take away Dame tonight. So you're really confident in these older guys being willing to step up?
Dame has been here before. What are y'all talking about? Y'all acting like this is Dame's first time.
At age 33, going up and down the court for 48 minutes?
Listen, y'all acting like this is Dame's first time doing this. Dame has put a team on his back many times. We love Dame in Portland because Dame put on a show. Dame put out other stars as well in Portland by himself. So seeing Dame do this Game 1, it should be a reminder for you all, which is why your confidence should be boosted in the fact that we have a leader. Despite not having Giannis, we have someone who has been there.
Kyle's making me feel worse about Game 2.
Don't feel worse. You should feel good.
No, you're making me feel worse because you're literally the emotional swing guy. No, because last week you didn't believe in them. You see one game and now you believe in them. The emotional swings are impossible to keep track of. 800-990-3776. I was going to make a joke, but I won't do that. 800-990-ESPN. Brad, tell us about Carbless.
I would love to because we're here at the New Fashion, and you know what they have here. They've got Carbless. Once Ben said that right away, I was like, sign me up. I know what I'm doing at 501. I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to enjoy me some Carbless. That's because it's beautiful weather outside.
We're going to get you for one?
I think we might. It's beautiful weather outside, and we got the game across the street, and nothing says have a good time, relax like Carbless. It is my go-to alcoholic beverage because of their handcrafted vodka, tequila, and rum cocktails. Because I got my workout in this morning. I'm trying to eat healthy, and Carbless allows me to enjoy this alcoholic beverage without feeling guilty, without feeling bad about myself. That's because just like the name says, Carbless. No carbs, no sugar, no gluten, 100 calories per can, so I can have quite a few of them if I want, and less carbonation, which leads to less bloat and also so refreshing, just the right amount. So it's less guilt when drinking. It's made right here in Wisconsin, and it feels like the summer drink, I'm telling you, because the fruit flavors they have with raspberry, cranberry, pineapple, black cherry, so many to choose from. But in a bar like this, I almost feel like the classic cocktails is the way I want to go tonight. Maybe a Paloma or margarita. There is something for everybody. Carbless, it's taken over the New Fashion. It's taken over the Deer District. It's taken the world by storm. If you haven't tried yet, now is finally the time. I want you to experience why Liss is more and find Carbless online and at retailers near you.
Coming up next, Ashton Rotman, the producer for today. Before we get our new producer tomorrow, Alex Strofe, who's in the transfer portal from ESPN Madison, coming to live in Milwaukee as we air across ESPN Wisconsin. But coming up next, like I mentioned, Ashton Rotman. This better be good. The KBN Academy, where we don't know what he's going to ask us anymore. It was good yesterday, so no pressure.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I'll say that, man. Mark Chmura, every time I see him in the morning, get my coffee, I walk right by here and I look at him, I'm like, man, that's a handsome dude.
So I'm going to cull up with him too, huh?
I'd love to. I feel like I'd fit right in. You know, he's 6'6", I'd be the little spoon with Chew.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey guys, it's Brad Nortman, here to tell you about a great offer at Bank 5-9. I know we're all looking for ways to save our money, and at Bank 5-9, you can earn more by opening a money market account today. With rates as high as 5.3%, you'll earn more while working with a true local community bank. Be sure to check out their great CDs too. Helping you save more of your money is another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better. For details, visit bank59.com/MM specials. Member FDIC.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for two, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce selected varieties Cedar Crust ice cream, $3.99. 4-count selected varieties Chobani multi-packs, 2 for $8. 10 to 12-ounce or 10 to 12-count selected varieties Green Mountain Coffee, $8.49. 64-ounce or 8-pack selected varieties Juicy Juice, 2 for $6.
Hey, why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take them out at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 24th.
Are you ready for summer? Cousin Subs and Summerfest are teaming up once again for the return of the world's largest music festival with a special ticket offer. Simply place an order online at cousinsubs.com of $30 or more now through April 30th and receive a free weekday Summerfest ticket. This offer is not valid in store. One qualifying purchase per day per email will result in a free weekday ticket. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. For complete list of rules, visit cousinsubs.com/Summerfest.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Experience elite orthopedic care at OAW. Their skilled teams in Pewaukee, Brookfield, and Muckwonago offer tailored treatment for your needs.
It was all Damian Lillard in the first half of Game 1 as the Bucks beat down the Pacers.
Nembhard, who's crowded him outside, gets the contact, fires away, and hits the three-pointer anyway. Oh, he's flexing again. Dame time arriving early here in the playoffs tonight. How about 32 for Lillard with another one coming?
35 first-half points from Lillard is all he would need as the Bucks take down the Pacers 109-94 in Game 1. Game 2 happens Tuesday night at 7:30 right here in Milwaukee.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Book your appointment today at orthowisconsin.com.
A Brewers Group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. Birthday parties, anniversaries, or bachelor parties. You can count on the Brewers to host. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Plus, get set up with customizable tailgate spaces, seating blocks in your favorite spot at American Family Field, and much more. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Nobody for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah. Hey.
The NBA season is in high gear with the playoffs, and there's no better way to enjoy all the action than with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app and their Pick'em game. It's a fantasy game where you can win real money. Now, I told y'all about how I love playing Underdog Fantasy, and guess what? Yesterday, we did, binge same game parlay. We loved it. I owed $25 to Tony, so what did I decide? I said, you know what? I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to bet 10, get 30, and pay Tony back that 25 and be a 5. That's exactly what I did yesterday. I picked 2 players. I picked Pablo Bachero just to have more than 1 point. All he had to do, have 1 point or more, and I won money on top of picking LeBron James to have a double-double. I put 10 in, got 30, that easy. Sometimes you can go small, sometimes you go big. That is up to you, because if your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. So make sure you download the easy-to-use mobile app or visit UnderdogFantasy.com and use promo code KBN. Yes, that's promo code KBN, and they will match your first pick. You'll match your pick up to $100. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Get in the game with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app.
I wanted to see if Ashton Rotman running the show was going to read my mind. Hit it, KBN Academy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, we really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
Before we get to the KBN Academy, Dave from Aaron chimes in. Love Dave from Aaron, 800-990-3776. Kyle's swings are epic. Packers, Bucks, and even eclipses.
Hey, I mean, the Packers look good. The Bucks look great. The eclipse was a big old bust.
Yeah, but you were so excited for the eclipse, and then it was a bust. You were so excited about the Packers, then you didn't believe in them against the 49ers. You were so excited about you weren't excited about the Bucks, then you see one game, and all of a sudden you're the biggest Bucks fan. So
we're having an eclipse right now with the clouds.
I mean, it kind of looks like it did when you were outside.
Yeah, I could have just did that. Just waited till now.
We're going to answer some questions from Ashton Rotman. We don't know what they are. Hopefully they're good. If they're not, we'll let them know. A's or F's, no B's, C's, or D's, or anywhere in between. Hit us.
All right, guys, and sorry, Ben, for not reading your mind early. Thought about it, but figured I'd just let you talk a little bit more since you're so good at it.
Thanks.
You guys know about Aaron Boone, the New York Yankees manager. You may have heard of him.
My gosh, I'm really excited to talk about this.
Okay, good. Then we're off to a hot start. So the other day he was tossed from a game because the umpire thought that he was screaming obscenity at him, which would be pretty much normal. However, in this case, Aaron Boone was completely silent during this, and it was a fan that was behind him. He was then tossed out of the game. A or F, you've ever been deserving of being kicked out of somewhere?
F. I mean, A. But can I just rant about?
I mean, it's your show.
Yeah,
you can do that.
I'm so done with soft umpires, right? I'm so done with the fact that if somebody yells something at them, they have the authority to throw you out of the game. What are we doing? You're a grown man, and you're throwing out somebody within the first 2 outs of the game. First off, even if it was warranted, it's just man up, get yelled at and move on. Just don't let it affect you. These umpires are so damn soft nowadays that if you sneeze wrong, you're out of here. They've become referees that call charges, and they're like, that's a charge. There shouldn't be that much emotion for the home team when they get a charge. That's showing your bias in playing into the crowd. Just very down on referees and umpires being soft and charming. But hey, of course, I'm human. I've definitely been needed to get kicked out somewhere.
Yeah, this might surprise you guys, but I've actually been kicked out.
Oh, wow. What happened?
What?
Yeah, so I was...
hang on. Turn the music off.
Yeah,
Is this story time?
This is story time.
All right, everyone
this is all going to sound pretty shocking.
Hit the breaking news sounder. Brad Nortman has been kicked out of somewhere before. Our perfect Brad.
So...
Oh, baby, this is some breaking news.
My bachelor party was in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is not where I would have ever had Brad Nortman's bachelor party.
Me and my groomsmen went out there, but me and my best man went out one day early to get a head start. And we hit it a little too hard. We went to the Wynn, where there's this outdoor club bar casino type thing that they had going on, and I hit the sauce a little too hard, and I went to the men's bathroom and puked, and
wow.
and they kicked me out.
Oh wow!
I was hoping for better.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
it was rightfully so. I was pretty gone at that point. So, but it was. I kicked it
Turn
off
off the breaking news.
That was pretty good. That's a little bit unexpected.
I guess for Brad, it's
that's an F. That's an F story. A or F. That's an F story. I'm sorry.
A or F. That's an F.
Brad,
90% of the
I'm your
90% of the audience does that. Daily. I'm just kidding.
I want you to be aggressive, yelling at somebody, throwing some bones.
Yeah, get your money's worth. Like when these umpires kick out these managers, I want them to.
Yeah, no, I'm a lover, not a fighter, though. So I'm not gonna.
You know what, Brad? I have a similar saying. I'm a warrior, not a warrior.
Oh,
loser.
Yeah, for me it's an F. I've been kicked out of places, but I don't think it was warranted. I don't think it was justified. So it's an F. I got many stories about getting kicked out of places where I shouldn't have. My friend tried to steal a bottle. I got blamed. We both got blamed. He was just standing next to me. I wasn't part of the plot, but I got kicked out too.
Guilt by association.
Yeah, hell no. I didn't
the
like
company
that.
You keep, Kyle.
That's why that bar's closed now. I got the last laugh.
Just sue him, Karen.
Oh, wow. I wanted to.
Kyle the Karen.
A bad business review.
I wanted to. It was Cans on North Avenue. They're closed. Been closed for years. I'm still living and kicking it.
I have a burner Yelp account.
Cool.
So it's not under my name. So if I ever get ticked off to the max, I go to the burner Yelp.
I would love to know what the name is. I mean, you won't share it on air because then it's
not a burner anymore.
I hope it's like a scathing type of name, like a judgy kind of name.
Well, I guess we have two Karens on this show.
John chimes in. Wow, Brad got drunk. Didn't see that one.
Yeah, been there.
Troy chimes in about Kyle's wishy-washiness and his ability to continue to flip-flop and have swings. He says, don't forget about Kyle's Marquette swings. Good point, Tony. I can't believe I forgot about that.
We are.
Shut up. Cameron got kicked out of a zoo for feeding a giraffe from the grass in its cage. Well,
that's pretty
might
awesome.
want to read the rules.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, though. I give him credit for that.
You got anything more for us, Ash?
Nothing that's going to be as good as that, if we're just being honest. So I had two more, but they're not going to be as good.
Well, way to put yourself on a pedestal there.
I'm with you with that manager whole thing, though. As an umpire, he still, after the game, didn't say, oh, my bad, my fault. He still said, oh, well, I heard something from somebody. Like, shut up.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
You're not bigger than any, stop acting like you're important. You're not. You're going to get your calls wrong anyway, too.
No, he should be suspended. He should be suspended because a team lost a manager for an entire game based off his emotions, the umpire's emotions, and him getting something wrong. Instead of saying, you know what, my fault, I made a mistake, let's go check the film, he stuck with his word, and now a team lost the game, and they didn't have the manager. They should be able to challenge that game.
I contest for the take machine. I would like my take that the worst umpire, and if you're not a baseball fan, you still have probably heard the name Angel Hernandez. I think he should ump the World Series from behind the plate.
Oh, wow.
That would be awesome. The controversy, that would get people to watch. You want eyes on baseball? Get Angel behind the plate. 800-990-3776. I guess give us your best kicked out of bar stories. I'm all here for that. 800-990.
Yeah, you didn't tell your story again.
Okay, so mine was in Madison. It was the first time I ever got kicked out of a bar. And now that I think about it, Kyle, I'm with you. It was not justified.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh.
So you got to switch to F.
Take some ownership.
No.
I took ownership of mine.
I didn't puke.
I didn't puke either.
But what'd you do? You must have done something.
So I genuinely was trying to find some people, and I walked up the stairs of a bar, and it said exit. You know how it lights up and says exit?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, there's nowhere that said it's an employee-only area. It was exit down the stairs, and it led towards where the food kitchen staff was. And then I was just gonna walk.
Causing a ruckus?
No, I was just trying to find people. He's like, hey, you can't be in the stairwell. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find some people. He's like, you can't be here. I was like, and then I just went, bleep, 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 bleep. So maybe I was warranted.
Okay.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Do you know who you're talking to?
No, if I do that.
Do you know who I am? I play for the band.
I'm Kyle Wallace. My cousin's Jordan. That's why I went to Michigan State with him this weekend to go to the college bars and see Sean Kingston play.
Had a great
with $150 cover charge.
That's still a shock.
You got duped.
I had a great time. You can't put a price tag on anything. And plus, I can play underdog fantasy to make my money back.
800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. Kyle Brust Dortmund live from the new fashion, baby. The new fashion. It is Brand new, right in the Deer District. Tons of activities, great food, great drinks. Come on by at 4 o'clock when they open up. We're going to be here till 5, leading you up to Brewers coverage on 94.5 ESPN and then 620 WTMJ, our sister station that has the Milwaukee Bucks. More Kyle Bruston-Nortman next across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
Yeah, let them do it. I ain't doing it.
You're not going to hurt our feelings.
Come on.
Just mine.
Homer, come on.
Yo, fuck, I should be doing this time. I should be 2-6. That good enough for you? You need any more?
That's fair.
Need any more? One?
Us?
Yeah.
Y'all
2, 3, 4.
You're all the same.
There we go.
Nobody's as good as me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
Good morning, Tausch. How are you?
Football Guy.
Old T's a little, I'm not feeling 100%. Tell me,
coming at it from different views.
No, just I think with all that little stuff that's going around and the long trip back from the loo, I'm going to grind.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
It pretty much hurt doing anything. I couldn't ride a bicycle. You don't have your life because you don't have your mobility.
So when Patrick heard about QC Kinetics here in Milwaukee and their non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain, no waiting, he called them immediately.
There's no downtime. There's no rehab. That was the tipping point for me. I didn't have to take any drugs. I didn't have to rehab.
Before considering surgery, check out QC Kinetics all-natural treatment options that restore and repair damaged joint tissue in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
If you have knee replacement surgery, and then the knee is not yours, and there's no guarantee that that's going to be successful.
QC Kinetics. Patients around the country are raving about the results. They're getting back their mobility, taking back their lives with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
What are we doing today?
One of the employee owners has an idea.
Who is it?
Casey Goodson.
Well, hi, you must be Casey Goodson.
That's me. Casey has been with Kessler's for 22 years and became an owner 12 years ago.
We're excited to hear your idea, Casey.
I call it the One Collection.
But we've had special collections in the past.
What are you saying?
Casey, I think Rick is saying that this can't be the one collection because we've offered special collections in the past.
I'm not saying it's the first collection. It's a special collection of engagement rings for the woman that you know is the one. The one for you. The one forever. What's in it? Incredibly special rings for incredibly special women.
How much?
Most of them are between $725 and $2,800. I like it.
I like it.
Me too.
When you have found the one, you'll find her ring waiting patiently for you to come and pick it up at Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And you know, there's more to being a local Wisconsin bank than perfectly pronouncing Oconomowoc or Waukesha. Or is it Waukesha? But rest assured, at Great Midwest Bank, we understand the local community and economy because we're a part of it. At GMB, we provide customized lending products that others just can't offer. Experience a hometown banking difference. Head to greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
You ever have one of those days when you just couldn't come up with the right answer? Well, I know one answer that pretty much solves all problems. Ice cream. Yeah, it's the answer to everything, right? And right now, at Quick Trip, our rich, creamy, straight from our dairy, Nature's Touch 1-gallon pails of ice cream are just $4.99. Yeah, now that's an answer worth digging into. Come on, be a problem solver. Bring home some fresh, delicious Nature's Touch ice cream, only from Quick Trip.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
good intimidation tactic.
Ashton, I'm already getting a look at what it's going to be like when these guys are mailed it in on 4:30 on Friday. Ashton says mic's up. Brad's just talking. Kyle's looking up boxing during the break. Like there's no
I'll take
there's
the blame
no
for that.
focus.
I'll take the blame. I gave like a half-second warning before I.
No.
did it.
There's speakers here. They heard the bump back and they decided to dilly-dally around.
Well, just because you hear the bump back doesn't mean that
it
we're
means
clear.
you should be ready to go, though.
Oh, we were ready to go.
No, I hear fumbling, jumbling on the microphones like this.
You need to take a chill pill, bro.
No, I just want you guys to be professional.
I can't wait till
They want
Friday.
it behind the scenes of KBN, right?
Oh, don't worry. There's a plan for Friday at 4:30 during the Bucks game.
Oh, good.
I can't wait.
Hopefully it includes you and I just chilling and watching the Bucks game.
I'm going to have my feet up.
It's exactly what you can have your feet up.
I will. I'm telling you now, I'm going to have my feet up.
I'm telling you right now, you can have your feet up.
I will do that.
Exactly. Ashton, I can't wait for Friday. 800-990-3776. Speaking of dilly-dallying, Brad and I left Gina Della from Pella's Milwaukee area showroom in Brookfield, and I'm guessing this is when you encountered the 10-2.
Yeah, I've been noticing this as I've been driving more often. There's all driving etiquette, which I get, and they teach you at driver's ed school, put your hand position at 10 and 2 on the
I think they
steering
changed
wheel.
that for the record.
Do they?
Yeah, they did.
I think it's 9 and 3 to protect your wrist.
Interesting.
Look at the youngins telling us what it is.
It is 9
Oh,
and 3.
look at it's 9 and 3.
That's what y'all were taught back in 2000 something?
It is
Well,
in 2000 in 2028.
Well, I've noticed a little something as I'm driving, and my own observations is that the kind of people that have their hands only and strictly at 10 and 2, or even 9 and 3, whatever it is nowadays, that those type of people are
stick to 10 and 2 because
Okay.
even if 9 and 3, 10 and 2 just looks like
there is something that is uncomfortable and tense, and clearly they are not comfortable driving a car. It requires all of their focus and mental strain. I am not comfortable around these people. They are my least favorite people on the road. I am least comfortable around them when they are driving. If you can't just relax a little bit, be attentive for sure, but if you are that stressed when driving, I don't want my car around you at all. I would rather have someone that's leaned back in their chair, falling
Texting
down
and
the
driving,
texting
like
and then
me.
driving, and hand out the window. Maybe not texting and driving, but then I would have someone at 10 and 2 lean forward over the wheel, concerned on the expressway.
They
I
do
am
give
most
me
comfortable.
anxiety. I think
So
you're spot on. You're absolutely spot on. Now, what I would ask is, would you rather be driving with me or someone like the 10 and 2?
Oh.
Yeah, got you reconsidering your thoughts.
I still think you, Ben. I think I'd be so
Because I'm still
stressed.
aware. I mean, I may be multitasking, but I keep my eyes forward. And also, there's just, if you're stressed, then you're stressing everyone else around you, which leads to more stress. I don't want any of that energy.
Yeah, it's way too stressful in that car. Even just me getting a quick glance to my right as I look at you, it's so uncomfortable and stressful for me to look at. I don't want anything to do with that. And coaches would always say, you guys will like this one. Players, they don't want to coach players that do nothing that they say or everything that they say. I feel like that kind of person is the person that just
That's
does
Devondre
everything
Campbell.
they say.
Devondre Campbell did
it's like-
everything the coaches said,
Exactly.
and then he complained about
Use
it.
a little bit of awareness. Use a little bit of your own mental capacity.
You know who else did everything the coaches said?
Who's that?
I'm looking at him.
That's right.
Yeah, you did.
And then he got cut.
Oh,
That's
wow.
true.
The coaches gave you the keys to the test.
That's
no.
true. I know. And I heard that in Carolina. I did not apply it to Jacksonville.
Damn.
That is ultra painful to me.
For those who've missed it, Brad Nortman, our guy, Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, he is our Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Second place, Brad. He played 4 years with the Panthers, and apparently he got the advice from who?
That was Bruce DeHaven, RIP, our special teams coach in Carolina.
And he had said, we want guys who...
He's like, we can't coach guys that do nothing that we say or do everything that we say. There's got to be a little bit of application and a little bit of, be aware of the situation.
Brad goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars for 2 years. They want him to change the way he's punting.
Yep, punt conservatively.
To help the team, and they said he's doing great, but in the end-of-season meetings... Snip, snap, he gone. They drafted a punter.
Yep.
Should have never allowed them to ground that B-52 bomber you got.
I shouldn't have. They clipped my wings.
Yeah, they did.
clipped my wings.
Speaking of clipping my wings, somebody needs to bring me down because I'm 14-8-1, maybe 15-7-1. I don't even know what I am because I'm winning so much. That's my record in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And it's 3 o'clock, which means we need somebody with a brain to be caller number...
I mean, you lost to Chef Ed last week.
Yeah, but I beat him.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The week before.
Yeah, he was pathetic.
Also, unfortunately, that was so random that he was the same, like the different caller number each week.
Yeah, that's wild.
So let's go with caller number. I'm trying to think. What's a good one for the Bucks? 9.
Can't say 0.
What's Bobby? He's single digits, isn't he?
I think he's 9.
9. Yeah, do 9.
Bobby. 800-990-3776. Caller 9 to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? You get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. Brad will be running the show. But if you're caller 9 and you beat me, you have the pride and the $25 gift card coming your way. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. Caller 9. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Suit up for the $800,000 Sports Car Series at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. April through May, score free play, cash, one of 4 new Toyota GR86s or a new Toyota Supra. Play with your club card to earn entries, 5 times the entries on drawing days, and when the Milwaukee Brewers play at home. Got what it takes? Slugger, only at Potawatomi. For more details, visit paysbig.com/sportscar. Must be 21 and a club member to play.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, The Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy The Bog.
Spring into massive April savings with the Midwest #1 automotive leader at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealership. Get incredible spring cleaning sale pricing on America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC at nearby Cunis locations in Greenfield and Oak Creek. Your April savings will blossom with incredible spring cleaning savings and discounts on our entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Cunis, we make it easy to find the vehicle of your needs, always at a price and payment that you can afford. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your ride. We're paying top Kelley Blue Book values on your trade, no matter what the mileage or condition. The weather's warming and the deals are getting hot at your Cunis Auto Group dealerships, the Midwest #1 automotive leaders. Spring is the season for savings, exclusively at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships, or shop online at shopcunis.com.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust on 94.5 ESPN is presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu. Broadcasting live from the new fashioned in the Deer District. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It is the calm before the storm. Not only here in the Deer District, where we are, KBN at the New Fashion. I'm Brad Nortman alongside Kyle Wallace. Ben Brust is on the balcony overlooking Fiserv Forum, far away from us. And Ashton Rotman is keeping the train on the tracks. Yes, the calm before the storm here for the Milwaukee Bucks as they face the Indiana Pacers tonight. But it's also the calm before the storm of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? And you heard him. Ben is looking to be humbled. Have you ever met a guy that is so needing to be humbled when he's asking to be humbled?
He's trying to set it up. He's trying to boost himself up, make himself feel not as bad, trying to get the opponent that we have nervous. But I don't think we got someone that could be rattled on the line today.
That's correct, because we have Paul in Milwaukee as our contestant for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Paul, how are you feeling today? Are you ready to bring us a victory? Because we are rooting for you.
I'm overwhelmingly overconfident.
Oh, okay, I like that. I like that. Well, Paul, here is how we play. Are you, well, actually, Ashton, let's spin it, and then I'll give off the rules.
those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
And we have Paul in Milwaukee, who is our contestant against Ben Brust for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? It will be 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if we get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, you will win a $25 gift card. Paul, do you have any questions before we start?
No, sir.
All righty. Well, let's get it rolling in 3, 2, 1. What is the scientific term for the ingredient that is commonly known as table salt?
NaCl, sodium chloride.
What is the largest country in the continent of Europe by sheer acreage?
Let's go Germany.
How many cups are in a gallon?
How many cups in a gallon?
Yes.
Pass.
The American author, who is the American author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn?
That was Samuel Clemens, also known as Mark Twain.
What is the process of water turning into vapor called?
Evaporation.
What is the hardest mineral?
Diamond.
How many sides does a hexagon have?
Hexagon is 6.
Where did the Statue of Liberty come from?
France.
What is the blood type known as the universal recipient?
Oh, I think it's O.
What animal is known as the largest big cat?
Say that again.
What animal is known as the largest big cat?
Big cat? Tiger.
Yes. A group of stars forming a picture in the sky is called what?
A constellation.
What is the fastest bird on foot?
Count if he gets it.
Sorry, what was that fastest bird on foot?
You got time.
Don't know.
You want to take a guess?
Ostrich.
Okay.
I'm glad he answered the last
Good
question.
guess. Okay, Paul in Milwaukee. Ben Brust coming in, walking through the doors, fresh off the balcony here at the New Fashion. And he's walking with a little bit of a strut in his step. I'm not going to lie,
He got
Kyle.
a little bit of that vitamin D out there, but he's going to be brought down a couple of notches in about 10 seconds here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hate when you guys talk trash.
I'm not talking trash. I'm speaking
Great,
fact.
This is like
great
this-
view out there on the patio.
Hey, it's a beautiful view. Beautiful view. You're playing Paul in Milwaukee today. He just got finished up, so it's your turn. The Ben Brust portion of our.
I'm going to have to listen back because I feel like you guys are doing some funky stuff.
Funky?
How dare you?
We're keeping it fresh.
I'm just glad Kyle paid attention.
Yeah, Kyle was engaged.
I'm always engaged. when I want to be.
What about 4:30 on Friday?
Feet up, cocktail in hand, baby. Can't wait.
Ooh, I'll bring a
Give me
couple carblesses
Bring
for
me
us.
some.
Hey.
I want some carbless.
Here we go. But are you smarter than Ben Brust? Here's how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it if we get through the rest. If Paul in Milwaukee beats you, he will win a $25 gift card. Ben, any questions?
For the 800th time, no.
Okay, we got a veteran here who's looking to be humbled. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. What is the scientific term for the ingredient that is commonly known as table salt?
NaCl.
What is the largest country in the continent of Europe by sheer acreage?
Germany.
How many cups are in a gallon?
12.
What American author wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn?
Pass.
What is the process of water turning into vapor called?
Water turning evaporation.
What is the hardest mineral?
The what?
The hardest mineral.
Gold.
How many sides does a hexagon have?
Hex 6.
Where did the Statue of Liberty come from?
France.
What blood type is known as the universal recipient?
I always forget this one. AB?
What animal is known as the largest big cat?
Tiger?
A group of stars forming a picture in the sky is known as what?
Constellation?
What is the fastest bird on foot?
Ostrich?
What is the smallest ocean on Earth?
Indian.
How many keys does a piano have?
150.
When did the iPhone first come out? What year?
2001.
The American author who wrote Huckleberry Finn, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, is who?
John William Scott Penn.
Well, it's close.
It's going to be close.
That was close.
Ashton, we have a final tally. And also, are we Ben's number 1. Are we accepting that as a correct answer?
I'm going to accept it because technically him and Paul did give the same answer. Paul just gave the extra parts. I'll let you guys decide. Let me count. You guys decide.
Oh, my God. The collusion is unbelievable on this radio show.
The extra part. It's the extra part.
No, see, this is what you guys do.
I'll probably accept it because it's technically right.
Good for you. It was close, man.
Okay. Well, hey, Ashton,
I gave it a good effort, and you're still trying to.
We'll accept it. Okay. Well, Paul got 9, so let me count Ben's real quick. Paul
got 9.
So,
strong
I think
Paul.
Ben, you got 7 or 8. You were close.
The suspense.
You went through more questions. You only got through 12.
Paul in Milwaukee got 9. Ben
got what?
At the New Fashioned got. Fine, drum roll. 8.
Oh! You should have known Mark Twain.
Not Francis Scott Penn
Key.
Key.
Some of these. Ben was right on some that I didn't think he'd have a chance on. I don't know.
I agree.
Screw. I lose,
question.
and you guys are still dunking on me.
Yeah, because you literally asked for someone to beat you before the last segment.
You did.
Yeah, because
you're on a heater.
Yeah, I was kind of being cocky.
Yeah.
It's rough end to the month here. 0-2.
It was a pretty.
I'm still 14-9 overall.
You're creeping up.
Paul, how did Paul in Milwaukee describe his confidence level? Overwhelmingly, or
what
a confident?
Jerk. Yeah, he was very confident.
He was.
He was so confident
for a reason.
that he was slowly giving answers. Like he didn't need to say the whole first one of sodium chloride, whatever the heck it was. He said the answer, then went and said more. Like he was very, very confident.
It's NaCl. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, but it's technically sodium chloride.
So stop whining.
I know, but you guys are being losers.
Well, what he had written down. Look what the answer she had written down.
It's sodium chloride, which is number 1. The scientific term for the ingredient most commonly known as table salt is sodium chloride.
Now, had I said the
periodic symbol.
Exactly. See, now Brad's on. You know what? We should take that point away from Ben.
You can do whatever you want. I was lost anyways.
And another thing, just to rub it in Ben's face more, Paul did it by answering 3 less questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great job.
And he gave longer answers.
I'm going to be such a jerk to you guys the rest of the show, just so you know.
He was so confident in himself, he wasn't even going to answer the last question. We had to force him to answer the last question.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go through the answers. We know number 1 is sodium chloride. That's table salt. Number 2, the largest country in the continent of Europe by sheer acreage. I like the adjective sheer acreage, not just acreage. It's France. You guys both guessed Germany, which I thought was a really good guess. But it's France. I learned something new today. How many cups are in a gallon?
That big?
I guess so. I
thought it'd be Russia, because Russia's part of Europe too, isn't it?
I have a bad feeling.
Maybe.
It's 16 cups.
You're exactly right. 16 cups in a gallon.
Gosh.
Yeah, you should have answered that a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, maybe you should shut up before I punch you.
Oh wow. You hear that, New Fashion? We can't have that.
It's hostile. Hostile work environment.
Add a place to get kicked out of on your list. You talking crazy.
The American.
There goes Karen Kyle calling for security. Can't handle his own business.
The American author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. This is what Paul also said. He said Samuel Clemens, also known as Mark Twain.
He
was
just
like,
being a shiner. Being a shiner. Wasted time.
Paul's a douche.
The process of water turning into vapor is indeed evaporation. The hardest mineral, I was impressed with Paul getting this one, is a diamond.
Man, I was learning.
This guy a geologist? What's going on here?
It's impressive.
He's smarter than a 5th grader.
How many sides does a hexagon have? Is 6. The Statue of Liberty did indeed come from France. The universal blood type, that's a universal recipient, is AB. You got that one right, Ben. Largest big cat is a tiger. I thought someone was going to guess lion. I'm surprised it's tiger, not lion.
It's in the same family. Don't be dumb, Brad.
What? You got
the answers in front of you, and you're still saying stupid things.
He's lashing out right now.
He is.
I'm going to be lashing out a lot more.
A group of stars forming a picture in the sky is known as a what? Constellation. Very good. Fastest bird on foot, an ostrich. The ocean that's the smallest on Earth is the Arctic Ocean. I think Indian Ocean is the second smallest. How many keys in a piano? 88. The first iPhone came out not 2001, 2007.
Man.
Paul in Milwaukee.
Congratulations to Paul in Milwaukee.
4-1-4 day, baby. Paul wins in Milwaukee. The Bucks win in Milwaukee.
It's a lot of excitement there from Kyle
I
Wallace.
legitimately have the ability to turn Kyle Wallace's mic off, and I did just so. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. I'm going to sulk for 14 minutes, or not for 14 minutes, for 4 minutes during the break. But before we do that, I'm going to tell you about how I can always get energy. And that's the Princeton Club. Because when I walk in, I feel inspired. I feel encouraged. And because I've had the courage to go into one of the locations in Madison, the New Berlin location in Milwaukee, get the tour, see what they have to offer, and be like, this is somewhere where I want to further my health, somewhere where I want to get better, with free childcare with the membership. Say that again. Free childcare with the membership. So when you drop off your kids, which is going to be important for me to have a place to drop my daughter off so I can go get a workout in, the Princeton Club has that. Open 24/7, great equipment, always making their facilities better for you to have your better tomorrow. So find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Dream scenarios for the NFL Draft? We got some for you. What are yours? That's next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
He now is off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artists. Choke artists, choke artists, choke artists. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Southbound on 43, backing up from before Hampton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound's going to be slow from just before North Avenue all the way up to Keith. Southbound 41 also slowing down right now from almost Appleton Avenue all the way down to about Hampton. Westbound 94 slow out of the Marquette interchange heading towards the Stadium interchange. Right about at 35th Street, we do have a disabled vehicle that was in traffic. It's out of traffic now, but it already started to cause the problems. Traffic is brought to you by Johnson & Sons Paving. Potholes are a pain when they pop up in your asphalt. Johnson & Sons Paving can patch or replace the whole lot. Book an appointment now at johnsonsonspaving.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Scattered showers ending, partly cloudy, breezy, turning cooler. A low of 37 at the lake, 31 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny but cool. A high of 44 at the lake, 50 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football guy.
What the hell happened to Bucky on your hat?
Football guy.
A lot of wear and tear for old B.
Coming at it from different views.
I'm just saying he's well worn. I mean, his face is missing. Okay, well, it's probably time for me to freshen that up. Bucky wants to flip you off right now.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Don't put your life on hold to earn a degree. Lakeland University has a long history of making students' dreams come true. Since 1862, build a schedule that meets your needs with options for 7- and 12-week courses, evening classes, and the ability to join classes remotely. Lakeland University is Wisconsin's leader in evening and online education. They have a main campus in Sheboygan County and 6 centers throughout the whole state. Lakeland University. Affordable, quality, flexible. Find out your next steps at info.lakeland.edu.
Now's the time to make those big spring purchases at Fleet Farm. Husqvarna mowers, Minn Kota trollers, Goodyear tires. Fleet Rewards credit card members can enjoy special financing for 3 full years on qualifying purchases. So don't wait. There's never been a better time to get everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. 36-month special financing available on in-store purchases of $1,499 or more after discounts made with your Fleet Rewards credit card. Now through May 1st, 2024. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See customer service for details.
This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my favorite go-to drink. That's Carbless. Carbless is a ready-to-drink, handcrafted vodka and tequila cocktail. Even better, it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories. And listen to this, less carbonation. This leads to less bloat. I can indulge in something delicious without having that health guilt. Carbless is crafted right here in Wisconsin. It has a flavor for everyone, from black raspberry to cranberry, pineapple and lemon, and my favorite, margarita. Find Carbless online and at a retailer near you. This is more.
All Brewers games are on sale now.
Coming up, a weekend showdown with the Yankees, Friday, April 26th through Sunday, the 28th. Start the series with Friday's hockey night. Then take home a limited edition Brewer City Connect Tumbler Cup at the game on Saturday, the 27th. Presented by Quick Trip. Don't miss out on a marquee weekend of baseball. Grab your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
Every 36 seconds, a vehicle is stolen in the United States. Cars are an important investment, and you have the power to protect it. Remove valuables from your car or place out of view. Roll up your windows completely. Don't leave your car running while unattended, especially during the winter. And always lock your doors and take your keys or fob with you. If you know something about a vehicle theft, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB.
This is a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I got loyalty inside my DNA.
14-8-1 is the new record, or is it 14-9-1?
9.
You were gonna say the higher number no matter what.
Yes, sir.
Ashton, can you cross-reference with Chris Larson when he comes in for the Homer Hour?
Sure. Yeah, I will.
Thank you. 800-990-3776. Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
Does Strophy know
live from the new fashion.
No, he doesn't.
In the Deer District. Does Strophy know what?
What he's in for?
No. Oh, he has no clue.
Diva! With a capital D, I-V-A.
Or just high
That's
standards.
It's lowercase.
Ashton, go back to Italy.
It's a little D.
It was better when you were on vacation. Now, here's the best part that I've read so far. And I've read a lot of best parts. There's a lot of best parts in these great talking points about the brand new fashioned. How about there's even a frozen custard stand?
Ooh, where's that at?
Yeah, That's what I said. That's what I said.
A tour.
You can order custard by the scoop or pint and put your favorite toppings on it too. And they include Grebe's Bakery Crullers.
Is it Greeby's or
at a bar?
Greeby's.
They must kill with that.
Is that a place? If you heard of it, then I'm gonna trust the 414 guy.
I didn't read it, but it's Greeby's.
It's Greeby's.
Greeby's Bakery is a historic bakery here in Wisconsin.
Really? Well, you can get those toppings on the custard.
It is, right? Ashton?
Hot damn!
It is. Yeah, it's famous.
Yeah.
Just shut up, Ashton. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I was just trying to tell them about custard and Grebe's. Greeby's.
But no, for real though, knowing that Greeby's, you can put Greeby's on top of the custard here. That is two great things coming together here at the new fashion.
We also have the Butter Burger, a Usinger's brat, Sunday staple hot ham and cheese, and of course fried cheese curds. I have a feeling that I might be staying a little bit longer than I planned on because everything sounds delicious here at the new fashioned in the Deer District as we're getting you ready for the Bucks and the Pacers game 2. But before we go even deeper into that, I do want to get your guys' dream scenario because it is already Tuesday, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel a huge buzz.
Wait a minute.
I don't feel a huge buzz for the NFL draft on Thursday.
Oh, no.
Really?
I don't.
Oh.
I like it.
The Packers pick so late?
I think it's because I don't know. It seems like all the fireworks. I mean, even last year they had LVN at a higher spot. Like I hate waiting. Mm-hmm. And I'm impatient. And all the fun happens, and I don't see Goody making a huge move. I would love for him to do something in my dream scenario that we're going to talk about. But let's get to your dream scenarios. Ashton, hit the football random music on the board there.
Got NFL
where you
draft
press
music,
buttons.
something like that. Look at that.
I will say that the area I can agree with you, Ben, is that like I'm over all the draft preparation. Like I'm over the mock drafts. I'm over all the rumors. I'm over all that. I just want the draft to finally occur.
800-990-3776. If you have a dream scenario for the Green Bay Packers, let us hear it. But let's start with Brad.
Okay, I got a few things that I would love for a dream scenario to unfold. It would start by Caleb Williams demanding a trade. The Bears place their pick, and he goes in there, and all these Bear fans are excited. And he says, you know what, on second thought, I'm going to pull an Eli Manning. I demand a trade. That's number one. Number two, the Vikings miss out on their quarterback because they try to wait. Whoop, they all go, and all the quarterbacks go before the Vikings are up. Let's get to the Green Bay Packers, shall we? The Green Bay Packers. I've got three things that I want to see when they make their pick. My dream scenario. Criteria 1. They pick Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean falls to them. I cannot imagine how great that secondary would be with Xavier McKinney, a locked-in Jair Alexander, and Cooper DeJean. You got three playmakers in the secondary, as well as a good defensive line that's going to get pressure on the quarterback. That is something that quarterbacks will fear against the Packers
defensive line. They didn't touch Tommy DeVito. You better address that.
Well, yeah, maybe they'll address that later. But get Rashawn Gary going. Preston Smith has his moments.
Yeah.
But when this happens, I would love for there to be a big Packer faithful in Detroit getting a go, Pack, go. As they make their pick, that's a Green Bay Packer Lion Detroit takeover in the same way that they took over Lambeau Field. And finally, my last thing for a dream scenario is when this all occurs. Cooper DeJean is picked. You got Go Pack Go in Detroit. It pans to the war room, and you got Goody doing a fist pump. I want to see Goody show some emotion. I want to see him show some excitement in the war room that says that he just got his guy, and he is excited for it. So I want to see some emotion out of Goody, particularly a fist pump. I want to hear a Go Pack Go in Detroit. I want to see Cooper DeJean being picked by the Packers. The Vikings miss out on their quarterback, and Caleb Williams demanding a trade. That is my dream draft.
See, I love what you're talking about, Brad. I really do. But here's my issue that I have. I would love for all that to happen. I would love for Caleb Williams to demand a trade. I would love for the Vikings to miss out on the quarterback. But I can't focus on what the weak opponent does. I need to focus on what the championship-building Green Bay Packers do. And that's what my dream scenario is all around and is based around is this. The Green Bay Packers in this draft, I want them to do a defensive double dip. Yes, a defensive double dip. They did it in 2009 when they double dipped and got who? Clay Matthews and B.J. Raji. That turned out pretty well. They double-dipped in 2022 with Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt.
You should have stopped and not used that as an example.
Wait a minute, but we're going to stay away from them Georgia boys. We don't want them Georgia boys. What I want is guys that I've seen with my own eyes. These two eyes in person wreak havoc on my Wisconsin Badgers. You said the first one. The next second coming of Micah Hyde is going to be Cooper DeJean, but upgraded. So I can't wait till the Packers draft Cooper DeJean. But wait. There is more because when you talk about panning to the war room, I want them to pan to the war room after the Packers. You hear do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There's been a trade. The Green Bay Packers trade back into the first round, and who do they select? Another Big Ten guy, Jazier Newton, a defensive lineman that Ben said that you want. So we get that defensive double dip. You get a defensive back, you get a D lineman, and you start the championship celebration starting on Thursday.
He did terrorize the Badgers, too.
Both of them did.
Both of them did.
It wasn't very hard to do.
Oh, wow.
It's true.
Oh, wow.
It's unfortunately true.
They were 7-6.
I wish you had the same energy for your boy, old Greg Gard. Oh, extension Greg Gard.
When did I say to extend him?
He got an extension.
It's a legal process.
Legal my behind. But legally give me help, mental help when I saw that.
Damn.
I like
why do you care so much, Mr.
like
Marquette? Mr. Swing back and forth?
Listen, I'm emotional for the Badgers. Marquette, I just ride the wave.
You're just pick and choose.
All right. My dream scenario is becoming what I think is actually a bad dream.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. It's a nightmare?
It's not a nightmare. It just made me think, is this a good idea? Part of it is in fun. Part of it, all right. I've come around because I was going to say I don't want Cooper DeJean.
You did. You were being very
I was anti-Cooper DeJean.
Yes.
I was going against my own skin color.
You sure were.
I thought it'd be a bad idea. But hot damn, I saw some high school basketball highlights. My man can jam.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
White boy can jump.
Oh, my gosh.
Unbelievable. I saw the same highlights.
He flies. But not only does he's not overly tall. So he's not like 6'4" flying around. My man's got bounce, springs, like quick jumping. Like you can see the type of athlete he is just by looking at a 6'1", 6'2" guy on the basketball court, with the way he moves, the way he gathers, you can see why Goody says he could play safety, he could play cornerback, he could play whatever. I am all aboard, and I know that's not, hey, Ben, you didn't watch the tape. I watched the damn tape. I saw my man jumping around like Bugs Bunny on a basketball court, boing, boing, boing. He is athletic. He fits a need. I am all aboard Cooper DeJean now. I take back what I said. He is the great white hope.
Finally.
There we go.
Finally.
I'm coming around.
We're all in sync. We're all in unison.
High
That
five.
doesn't happen all the time.
And then my dream scenario is we bring in Torrey Taylor. We got LVN. We got Cooper DeJean. We got Torrey Taylor. We're becoming the Iowa Hawkeyes. And that's when I started to say to myself, maybe this is a nightmare.
I love it.
Torrey Taylor. What other college guy do you know literally put his team on his back and carry them to victory?
Nobody.
Torrey Taylor.
That one leg led them all the way to a January 1st bowl game. They didn't have a quarterback. They didn't have an offense. I witnessed with my own eyes our offense be terrible.
Yeah, you did. Many times. Ken in Oak Creek. How are you, Ken? What's your dream scenario?
Hey, guys. It's definitely not Cooper DeJean. But my dream scenario is going after that defensive tackle. My definite scenario is getting Murphy, that defensive end or tackle from Texas, and then getting Edrin Cooper from Texas A&M, and then going a safety or offensive tackle. But I think with any
all
good
in the first round,
no matter. Yes.
All right, so you want to trade up? You want to trade in and get two guys?
No, he said get 2 plus 4 more.
Like 2009. You said it for 2009 how we did it. We need to do it again. You know, a good
I will say, Ken, it is interesting because, like, if we're relying as Green Bay Packers fans on the fact that, like, this team, in order to take another jump, is going to have to land guys to make immediate impacts. Obviously, Goody's done a good job of hitting offensive weapons in later rounds and this, that, and the other thing. But your best talent, which he has not hit on, comes earlier that can play right away. A lot of the times the guys that can play right away that are more ready to play are your first-round guys. So if you're going to take a swing, I'm fine with him swinging for 2 in the first round. The problem is he's not batting a good batting average, not even Hall of Fame, not even close to Hall of Fame in the first round with his defensive players.
Yeah, which is sort of strange because he's taken so many swings in the first round.
That's what the Packers do.
And, you know, with you invest so much with a first-round draft pick, there's no doubt that those guys should be the ones that carry the team more. But he's had more success in the second round, even in like the 5th and 7th round than he's had in the first round. It's really a strange phenomenon.
I think because his philosophy goes from high ceiling to basically production in college is what he's drafted. And this draft, based off who we all want, we are all going off game field. We are all going off production. Guys that can come in and make an instant impact. We don't need any more projects on this team. We need guys that can come in and fill the holes that you guys were talking about and help make this team better and help get us over the hill to get to championship.
Well, we need to protect the team at all costs, Kyle. And when we do that, you should utilize a good place, a good homegrown place like American Family Insurance.
Absolutely should. If you are looking for home insurance, if you are looking for car insurance, if you're looking to bundle both, there is no greater way to sign up for a team and get with a great team that can protect you like American Family Insurance. They know what your family's needs are. They have people that are willing to work with you across the great state of Wisconsin. All you have to do is call them up and they can get you a quote and they can make sure that you are well protected with your home and your auto policy. So that's why they make life better by protecting your dreams at American Family Insurance. So insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Just dive right in.
American Family Insurance.
There you go.
Pretty good, actually.
Why were you scared?
The jingle.
I hadn't had my water yet. You know, I am the.
Your water's halfway through.
I'm the other Black Darius Rucker.
Speaking of Black Darius Rucker, something stupid I said last week was, maybe it wasn't that stupid, that Mark Tauscher is a novice when it comes to the NBA. I actually think he's a savant when it comes to the Milwaukee Bucks. We hear from Packers Hall of Famer pre-draft on Thursday and pre-game 2 tonight. Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer, joins us next on Kyle Brust and Nortman live from the new fashioned.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
He was the lead in the girls softball movie, the Bernstein Bears. What's it called?
800
What?
990
Tom Hanks, that movie, there's no crime in baseball. What was it?
that was a league of their own.
Not Bad News Bears.
The Berenstein Bears, like the book.
Berenstein Bears. Bro, you're done.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've got some backups for sure on westbound 94, leaving the Marquette interchange all the way out to about Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, we've got a crash at 84th Street off on the left shoulder, and then we've got one at 35th Street that's got the left lane blocked. So watch out for those delays coming in from just after 84th Street to get to that accident scene. Southbound 43 slowing down from before Hampton all the way down past Keith. Northbound slow from Fond du Lac up to Keith, and then on 41 southbound, watch for delays from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive to Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks. Playoffs presented by BMO are here. Get your tickets to catch the intensity and excitement firsthand. Bucks.com/playoffs. That's Bucks.com/playoffs. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, scattered showers ending, partly cloudy, breezy, and turning cooler. A low of 37 at the lake, 31 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny but cool. A high of 44 at the lake, 50 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
They say seeing is believing. And when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Be greeted by an owner at America's largest employee-owned jewelry store.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Now's the time to make those big spring purchases at Fleet Farm. Husqvarna mowers, Minn Kota trollers, Goodyear tires. Fleet Rewards credit card members can enjoy special financing for 3 full years on qualifying purchases. So don't wait. There's never been a better time to get everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. 36-month special financing available on in-store purchases of $1,499 or more after discounts made with your Fleet Rewards credit card. Now through May 1st, 2024. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See customer service for details.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and there is one thing I think everyone can agree on. Potholes stink. And this year's weather will make it one of the worst years yet. Well, Johnson & Sons Paving is ready to take on the challenge with a team that has over 2 decades of experience. When the potholes pop up in your asphalt, Johnson & Sons Paving can patch or replace the whole area. Book an appointment now at johnsonsonspaving.com. Get that appointment booked before May 31st, and you might even see Old T on the job site for a visit. Find full contest details at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You've heard me talk about the results Mentality has had on my life, but don't just take it from me. Jason has had success too, thanks to Mentality.
My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. Knowing once again I've gotten the treatments done and continuing, I do feel, stuff does hurt a little bit more, but I'm 40, in my 40s, and that's going to happen. But again, the energy levels, it is above and beyond. Again, I'm back in that age where I'm like, this is amazing.
Get started today at lowtusa.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Mark Tauscher on Kyle Brust and Nortman is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Remember, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, then you don't need it. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind, I'm undefined.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman as we're live from the New Fashion, right in the heart of the Deer District, looking at Fiserv Forum, is Mark Tauscher, the Packers Hall of Famer. I called him a novice. I meant to say savant. He's probably somewhere in the middle when it comes to his NBA knowledge. But Mark Tauscher joining Kyle Bruston-Ortman. Tausch, I heard you have I got to be out at 45. Why are you giving us a hard out? If you got a hard out, we can move you.
Well, no, because we're supposed to go on at 3:30, so it's not really a hard out.
Do you know how this works? By the way, we're supposed to break at 3:30. We should be actually getting to you at 3:34. So I'm 3 minutes late.
It's different how we run our show, but you know what? That's what's great about radio. Everybody can run their show different.
Wow.
But you're hard out? So we have 5 minutes?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Hard out.
Ashton told me you got to be out by 45, 3:45. What do you got, big guy?
I do have to be. I can probably go to like 47, but yeah, no, I have to be somewhere at 4. Let's just get going. What do we want to talk about?
I have to be somewhere at 4. No, I just want to know where you're prioritizing us. That's all. Oh, he's playing hardball. I love Old T. Old T, we're getting excited here. What is your dream scenario for Thursday for the Green Bay Packers?
Getting I think another first-round pick next year and somehow maneuvering your way. That would be awesome, but finding somebody that's going to be a big-time player at a position, whether it's going to be an off-the-ball linebacker, an interior or a tackle on the offensive line, or a safety. I think if you can find one of those 3 spots and that player can be a huge contributor next year, I think this is a home run, already without even looking at the other 4 picks you get in the next day. So I think Goody, when you have the draft that he had last year, obviously everybody's excited. You don't need to fill any spots. It's not like there's some, oh my God, there are spots that you want to upgrade and want to. But when you have the draft and the depth of the draft that he had last year, it really makes this thing a wide open operation. And that's exciting from, I think, everybody's standpoint.
Tausch, everyone has their philosophy when it comes to what kind of player they want in the early rounds, particularly first. So what do you specifically want to see out of your highly drafted players? Like, if you could only pick one of these, it's got to have this. Is it like high football IQ? Is it potential measurables? Is it college production? Like, what is it that you say, you know what, I got to have this out of my first round guy, no matter what?
Yeah, Nordy, I used to think it was all about production and how well you played in college, and I still think that's a really good indicator. But I really think the ceiling and the idea of, man, this guy's the athletic ability and everything else can really elevate and turn whatever position you draft that player into being a difference maker on a big level. And whether or not that's, a running back, a wideout, there has to be that athleticism and the numbers that go with that, with the potential to just grow and grow. So I kind of changed my tune a little bit. I think depending on what kind of football team you have, I really think that first and even second-round pick has to have that potential to be an all-pro or a Pro Bowl player. It can't just be a good, solid starter. And I think that's how you end up making those home run swings like Ted Thompson did in 2009, where he was able to get B.J. Raji and Clay Matthews, both guys that ended up being huge parts of winning a championship.
Tausch, for this team, for the Green Bay Packers, what are you exactly looking for from this draft? What is the one position that you feel the Packers must build depth at, or you think this draft may be a failure?
Well, that's kind of going back to what I just said. I don't think there's it's going to be a failure if you don't get an offensive lineman, but that would be the spot that I think, just because you lost a lot of depth at that spot. You lost Yash. The odds are, whether or not Josh Myers is going to be your starting center after next year, that's always one of the things you look at when you draft a guy is there going to be a spot if you can kind of give them that redshirt year or a learning year, and if they have to play great. But that's the spot. I think if you don't come out of here with a really solid offensive lineman, whether it's a tackle, center, guard, that I think you didn't really address that a ton in last year's draft. You get Zach Tom's developed, obviously Rasheed Walker is, and you're finally starting to see something from Ryan. I think now is the time, with some contracts going to be coming up, you better add some depth along that side of the offensive line, or I think you're going to look at this and say that was disappointing.
So you put that over linebacker position? I mean, we don't even know who the third starting linebacker is going to be for this team.
No, I don't think you know that yet. But, yeah, I think there's going to be guys, and, who knows who that third guy is going to be. But I really think at this point, if you have pass rushers, you feel obviously really good about Quay Walker playing the will linebacker. I think they feel great about McDuffie being the middle linebacker. So there's always, I think you're going to be disappointed if you don't find another body that you feel good about. But that's one of those positions I really think if, let's say, nothing makes sense draft-wise according to how you rank your players, and that player is not available, there are other guys. We saw him pick up Devondre Campbell post-June 1. I think there's going to be some other guys that if you have to plug and go find a veteran that can come in and play for a year, I don't think that's the end of the world. It's a heck of a lot easier to find that guy on the defensive side of the ball than it would be to find a center or a guard.
Talking with Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher here on Kyle Brust-Norman live from the New Fashion, getting ready for Game 2 tonight. Old T, a little bit in depth here, but with no Giannis, who do you think's more important for tonight, Dame or Chris Middleton?
Dame. Dame, we saw that on, I guess it was Sunday night, where, Chris Middleton obviously played great in the second half, did what he was supposed to do, but you don't trade and give up what the Milwaukee Bucks did. This is what you brought him here for. And if you remember, I think that's what he muttered in the second quarter when he's draining threes and scoring 35 in the first half. This is what I'm here for. He needed to take, we obviously knew when you got rid of Drew and you brought him in, there was going to be a little drop-off defensively, but you brought him for the offense that he can bring, and especially in the playoffs when things get a little more congested, he's instant offense. And I think for this team to advance, tonight's obviously a huge game. He needs to be the straw that stirs the drink on offense. Chris Middleton's going to do what he does. Hopefully he can stay healthy throughout the series. Dame Lillard needs to be that guy. It doesn't need to be 35 in one night. But if he's not averaging 27 plus without Giannis, I think the Bucks are going to have a hard time winning any more games.
For those who don't know, there's a great GIF of Mark Tauscher that will be tweeted from Wilde and Tausch's Twitter X profile. If Dame is playing well, Tausch has a great GIF of him pointing at his watch. But before we let you go, Tausch, I really do enjoy these type of stories. Even if you told it a million times, it doesn't get old for me. Explain to the audience what it was like for you to hear your name called when you were drafted.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think it's everybody's dream when you're playing college football and you don't really even know if you'll ever get that opportunity. So it's a long day, but when you get that call and somebody says that they want you to be a part of their team, it's a lot of work that you see that it's almost like you get that deposit back and it's wow. I can't believe this opportunity is going to be there. You enjoy it. You embrace it. And for me, it was during a commercial break. So I didn't even actually get to see it on the ESPN. Back in the old days, it was just Saturday, Sunday. I didn't even actually get to see it until the commercial came back that it said Green Bay selected me with the 224th pick. But when I got that phone call, there was a sense of relief, but there was also a sense of, wow, I cannot believe that I'm going to get this opportunity to go and play for the team that I rooted for my whole life.
11 years with the Green Bay Packers. He's a Packer Hall of Famer. Mark Tauscher, thanks for joining us.
You boys, before I go, you boys agree if the Bucks win tonight, they win the series. If they lose the series?
Oh, no. That's a good take, Tausch.
Nope.
Kyle questioned Giannis's leadership last week. Dame had one good game, and now he's acting like he's the biggest Bucks fan. I think Tausch, I think you're pretty spot on here, because if the Pacers believe that they have a chance, they can use the regular season. They can use a win on Fiserv Forum to show they belong. And Giannis isn't playing. We don't know when. I think that's fair.
Holding home court and getting up 2-0, the Pacers didn't expect to win 2 coming in here. They just wanted 1. If they find a way to do it tonight, I'm going to be very concerned about the Bucks.
Don't do that. That's extreme. Don't do it. That's okay.
I think they become the underdog.
Kyle's forgetting about all the things he complained about all year long over one game. Tausch, it's a good take. Don't listen to the I was going to say green and gold goggles. We'll say green and purple goggled as Brad has his throwback Ray Allen jersey on.
Yes, sir.
Old T, have a good one.
All right, guys.
That's Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer. We're Kyle Bruston-Nortman, and now it's time for Brad to tell us, if you are getting engaged in the game, how you can have some fun on your mobile phone.
Oh, that's right, because that is with the newest fantasy app from DraftKings called Pick 6. If you're an NBA fan, you're going to love this new game that DraftKings has via fantasy app called Pick 6. And getting started, it's so simple. It's so easy. Simply select if a player is going to have more or less of a certain stat. And I know the ones that I've been doing lately, they haven't quite been hitting, but we're trending in the right direction. For instance, here are ones that I like tonight. I actually do like Damian Lillard, less than 42.5 points, assists, and rebounds all combined. I like Anthony Edwards above 26 points. Anthony Edwards above 26.5 points. I like Kyrie Irving above 33.5 points, assists, and rebounds. You can pick however you want it done. It's so easy. It's so simple. You just pick your favorite players, more or less of a certain stat, stack those together, and compete for huge cash prizes. So here's what you got to do. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now using code WKTI and take on the competition with your best NBA player picks. Only at DraftKings Pick 6 with code WKTI. Makes the game so much more exciting, so fun to watch. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states. Age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Pick 6 not available in all states. For a list of up-to-date states, visit dkng.co/pick6states. Void where prohibited. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been listed out for Game 2. No surprise there. We wrap up the ESPN Wisconsin portion of Kyle Bruston-Nortman live from the New Fashioned. We'll be back. Nailed.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
Oh, no, not Coach Booty. People said yes, good riddance. He didn't do enough.
Not Coach Bud, but Coach Booty.
They call him Booty, Bud? Did
they call him Booty?
Bud. You know when I said Booty.
Only his friends call him Booty.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
Good morning, Tausch. How are you?
Football Guy.
Old T's a little, I'm not feeling 100%. Tummy ache?
Coming at it from different views.
No, just I think with all that little stuff that's going around and the long trip back from the loo, I'm going to grind.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls, and right now, schedule your free in-home estimate, and for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus a free upgrade to triple pane glass, and they'll double your energy tax credit. Restrictions apply. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
What are we doing today?
One of the employee owners has an idea.
Who is it?
Casey Goodson.
Well, hi, you must be Casey Goodson.
That's me. Casey has been with Kessler's for 22 years and became an owner 12 years ago.
We're excited to hear your idea, Casey.
I call it the One Collection.
But we've had special collections in the past.
What are you saying?
Casey, I think Rick is saying that this can't be the one collection because we've offered special collections in the past.
I'm not saying it's the first collection. It's a special collection of engagement rings for the woman that you know is the one. The one for you. The one forever. What's in it? Incredibly special rings for incredibly special women.
How much?
Most of them are between $725 and $2,800. I like it.
I like it.
Me too.
When you have found the one, you'll find her ring waiting patiently for you to come and pick it up at Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Cousins Subs wants to make you a VIP. On Friday, May 10th, Donald Driver and Jordan Love will be hosting the annual Green Bay Charity Softball Game at Fox City Stadium in Appleton, Wisconsin. And this year, Cousins and Double D are teaming up to offer you a chance to be their VIP guest. The VIP winner will win a package that includes a meet and greet with Donald, VIP seating, food and beverage, and Cousins Subs for a year. Enter daily at cousinsubs.com/softball. Now through April 30th, Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Catch all the action this weekend at Franklin Field as the Milwaukee Panthers baseball team takes on league-leading Northern Kentucky in a 3-game series. Friday, the Panthers host an inaugural school day event with a 3 p.m. first pitch. Then on Saturday, MKE welcomes back former players on Alumni Day. Game time is set for 2. The series concludes Sunday with Scott Duffick Day as the Panthers honored Coach Duffick in a pregame ceremony. First pitch is 1 p.m. Tickets for Milwaukee Panthers baseball are $7 and are available at mkepanthers.com. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. NBA fans, listen up. You've got to try Pick 6, the newest fantasy app from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. Getting started is simple. Select if a player will have more or less of a certain stat. For example, will a player have more than 1 rebound? Or will a player have less than 3.5 assists? Pick your favorite players and compete for huge cash prizes. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now using code WKTI and take on the competition with your best NBA player picks. Only on DraftKings. Pick 6 with code WKTI. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states. Age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Pick 6 not available in all states. For up-to-date list of states, visit dkng.co/pick6states. Void where prohibited. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, you know where to go for the summer. That's Road America in Elkhart Lake. I love America's National Park of Speed because you can make the most out of your summer with camping. You can have great food, family fun zone, and when you go to any of their events, kids 16 and under are free with a paying adult at the gate. You're not going to find that anywhere else. It's affordable family fun. It's a 14-turn road course with some of the best racing, but it's not just racing. There's opportunities, like I mentioned, for you to have events out there. How about you go and enjoy the souvenirs, collectibles, the paddock shop. They just repaved the track. They have camping, as I mentioned. It has everything for everybody. Disc golf. Go-karting. Who doesn't love go-karting? Road America has it all. So go to roadamerica.com and especially get your tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series, which is coming in June. I will be there, and I can't wait for it. roadamerica.com to get your tickets today. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust. Next to Kyle Wallace, and next to him is Brad Nortman. We're live on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee if you want to see the visual of Brad's really cool jersey, might I add. Couple things I want to hit on. Dick Van Dyke chimes in 800-990-3776. Ben, please do me a favor and ease up off of Kyle. I think I'm going to do a day sometime this week or next where I'm going to be nice to Kyle the entire show.
Yeah, being mean to me makes you look stupid because most of the times I'm right, so you just look stupid.
All right, and there goes that idea because he's a big, dumb idiot. As soon as I try an olive branch, snap right in half.
That. Go, Bucks, go, baby. Let's go.
I'm not saying.
Fear the deer.
Kyle's dumb. Kyle's dumb. And then Brad Nortman, if you were watching on stream, pulled out a baggie, and if you missed it, he went to L.A., and he got stopped at security because he brought cooked oatmeal in a plastic bag, and it looked like explosives or drugs or something illegal, and the security laughed at him. I wish they would have threw his oatmeal away because he would have been in shambles on his way to L.A.
Heartbroken.
But Kyle and I looked at him and go, what's that? Because I thought it was like a breakfast burrito, something great. It was a wrap, right? It looked good.
It looked all right. It's just my man, he does a lot of weird stuff over there.
we go, what is that? He goes, it's a fiber wrap. I said, what? A fiber wrap.
It was so surprising. Even our great teammates over here were confused about what you had in your hand.
What is in your fiber wrap?
Guys, what if I could tell you that you could be eating something that's no sugar, low calories, high fiber.
You already talked about carbless with the no sugar, no gluten.
And it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. That is what I have to offer you when I make my fiber wraps. With
remember when he sold us this
high fiber
bill of goods about his oatmeal?
Yeah, and it was delicious.
Wait,
and
I got chocolate with no sugar?
Yeah, there's I don't know free ads, but there's Lily's chocolate is free or is a sugar free. It's unbelievable. It is real chocolate. There's no sugar in it. I got organic peanut butter, no additives.
Fiber is good for the body. It helps the bowel work well and prevents constipation. You know
you
what?
Guys would love that.
Maybe we should get on this, Kyle.
Listen, I'm not ever constipated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually just running through you too much.
Pair that with something else. But it's so good. Yeah, high fiber, low carbs, low calories. Let her rip. Peanut butter, chocolate chips, fiber wrap.
We'll be back in 2 minutes on 94.5 ESPN. Rutledge and Hamilton will be taking you up to the Bucks game on 100.5 ESPN Madison. And we get to hang out here. They're opening the doors at 4 o'clock. We're at the new fashion at the Deer District. Game 2 tonight. We'll be back in 2 minutes. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. 94.5 ESPN. Kyle Brust and Nortman.
We've got some backups for sure on westbound 94, leaving the Marquette interchange all the way out to about Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, we've got a crash at 84th Street off on the left shoulder, and then we've got one at 35th Street that's got the left lane blocked. So watch out for those delays coming in from just after 84th Street to get to that accident scene. Southbound 43 slowing down from before Hampton all the way down past Keefe. Northbound slow from Fond du Lac up to Keefe, and then on 41 southbound, watch for delays from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive to Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks. Playoffs presented by BMO are here. Get your tickets to catch the intensity and excitement firsthand. Bucks.com/playoffs. That's Bucks.com/playoffs. And check in the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Scattered showers ending. Partly cloudy, breezy, and turning cooler. A low of 37 at the lake, 31 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny but cool. A high of 44 at the lake, 50 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Engagement rings, wedding bands, and big anniversary diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Another MVP has joined the roster at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Dr. Ryan Stefanchek. Board certified in sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation, Dr. Stefanchek specializes in non-operative treatment of the spine, chronic pain, all joints, all musculoskeletal problems, and more, emphasizing holistic care first, with a focus on diet, sleep, stress management, and social connections for a patient's well-being. At Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the new fashioned in the Deer District. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We them boys. We them boys.
It's the 414 hour at 4. Where we live from, Ben?
We're live from the new fashion in the Deer District. That's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust. Brad Nortman, second place Brad, here with us as well. We are the Kyle, the Brust, and the Nortman of the show. Taking it to 5 o'clock. Very happy to be on site in the Deer District at the new fashioned. So much great stuff here. If you haven't heard, make sure you come on down because, I mean, you see anything that gets you going?
Well, I see drinks and cocktails.
I think you should go to the Insider Tip. No, go back. Who doesn't love an inside tip?
Ooh, create a float using a frozen custard in the beverages on the pour wall. Sprecher root beer float. Check. Drink Wisconsin old-fashioned float. Check. Maybe even try a Pilcrow Nitro coffee float with a Greeby's crawl. Is it crawler?
I don't know that word.
Crawler on top.
Ashton, you're our food guy. Ashton Rotman producing the show.
Crawler.
Crawler.
I've had a crawler before.
Well, now at least we got the Greebies right.
It just sounds delicious. I can't wait to try this.
So that's the insider tip. They have stuff you can buy, candles, a little shop area. Not bowling, but hyper bowling. It's a new way to do bowling. Don't miss any of it here at the new fashioned in Deer District. Now we're leading up to Game 2. But I do want to talk about a Dream Team dart ball lineup. Ben, Old T, Chewy, and Homer. I was reading this dart ball. Usually found in church basements and Legion halls, dart ball combines baseball and darts into a fun team sport. The boards of the new fashion were custom painted with people's flag of Milwaukee colors. I've never played, but I'm intrigued.
It sounds
and I love how
fascinating
Jacob talks about how you guys aren't part of the Dream Team.
Yeah, that's hurtful a little
You know
bit.
why you're not? Because you're weird. Well, no. Because you're eating fiber wraps.
Here's where I hate take
fiber wraps.
Yeah, that's how I stay. That's how I stay lean and quick and agile. I could do great with a baseball dart game.
No. We went to Craig Council Park to bury Craig Council bobblehead, and actually it was Kyle's batting stance that looked a little woof.
Yeah, I mean mine wasn't great either. Here's my objection with this team. Ben, okay. Old T, Chewy, yeah, they're athletes. Homer, like they're picking Homer over me and Kyle.
Yeah,
like, that's how far down the list we are.
Hey, let them draft like Goody pre-2023 or 2022. That's what that is. That's a Goody pre-draft.
Yeah, we'll create our own team, Kyle.
Exactly. We'll create a dream team. Homer.
Barking at each other is part of this game. All right, well then you got the 4 right people.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's dialed in. Then.
Yeah, because these two are so harmonious and loving and love their teams and everybody.
You're gonna do great over there.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to win, it's second place. It's okay.
Second place, Brad chimes in, and then what?
When you say bark, they don't mean barking.
Exactly why you're not a part of the game. Ashton Rotman owns a food truck, a small business on the side. I'm going to open it up to you for questions to Brad Nortman, because before we get into more Bucks talk here leading up to the game, I'm intrigued by this stupid fiber wrap, and have you seen or heard of anything like this?
No, I think my main follow-up, the very first one, is I just want to get clarification. Brad, you spend time making these yourself.
Oh, okay, no. I don't make the wraps. I just buy the fiber wrap at the store. It's like in the tortilla section. And then I just put peanut butter. Oh, yeah, very minimal work.
Wait a minute, the wrap's fiber, not the...
The wrap is fiber.
Yeah, I'm
Brad,
not,
you had me thinking you were like...
Yeah.
No, wait, when I say...
What was in the middle of it?
Peanut butter and chocolate chips.
Wait, yes,
that's it?
You call it I eat fiber wraps. If that's the case...
But you buy the fiber tortillas?
I get the... Well, I don't. My girl do. Buy the fiber tortillas.
She's dialed in.
And the only difference is I put meat...
Wait, hold on. If someone says, like, I'm going to make a sandwich, they don't assume you're making the bread.
Brad, you are a weird creature.
Why did you call it a fiber wrap?
Because you asked what it is. I said it's a fiber wrap with peanut butter.
No.
Chips,
it's not a fiber wrap,
sugar-free.
Kyle. You know what it is? It's a chocolate chip peanut butter wrap. That's what it is.
In a fiber tortilla.
In a fiber tortilla. It's not a fiber wrap.
Wait a minute, Brad. I'm really thinking this is a real thing. You literally just created something in your own mind. It is chocolate.
It's a chocolate chip peanut butter wrap with fiber.
Maybe a fiber peanut butter
I'm
chocolate chip
struggling
tortilla.
to find out the health part of this.
Sugar-free chocolate chips and peanut butter that's never been processed in its life.
It is a fiber wrap.
Fiber wraps.
Yeah, fiber wrap means high fiber, low carbs.
What is it?
Satiates you more.
8 grams of fiber? 6. I think
Garrett chimes in. Is this a new food truck item for Ashton
Absolutely
Rotman?
not. I wouldn't do that. That's
Oh, come on. Give the people what they want, Ashton.
Nobody
The
wants
people
this.
want.
Yeah.
People want what's
actual
on the
peanut butter
menu.
cups.
Let me tell you that. Have you had Rot Tots?
I haven't, actually.
You know what? Ban him.
What's soon? He'll have it soon.
No, yeah, I want to experience it. Ashton, what's the marquee food item on your food truck?
Oh, here we go. Rot sauce.
Well, yeah, but the hot sauce, what does it go on?
No. The marquee item. I know. I'm not trying to do some just advertising. You asked me a question. I'm just answering it,
Yes.
Ben. Just let me answer it. Jeez. Talk about the Rot Dog, which is obviously an all beef hot dog. We got Rot sauce, which is my special mustard sauce. Some vegetables, some tomato, maybe pretzel bun from Milwaukee Pretzel Company, a great partner of ours. Just saying,
Okay, that's probably worth a splurge.
It's good.
I was trying to figure out a way that I could maneuver in some substitutes for Ashton
it's a lot
to
of
make it more
vegetables.
healthy.
A lot of vegetables.
Just make sure you get there early, because if he sees you like he saw me at one of the events that he was at, he didn't save any food for us.
Was he supposed to?
He's supposed to prioritize
a line
me.
of people. Why do I have to
You know I wanted a Rot Dog. There was no Rot Dog.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry because it was a great day for us, but I get there earlier.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN, you can find our poll. We're getting a little poll crazy. Ashton Rotman running the show back there. But I like it. Do you agree with Mark Tauscher, who says the winner of tonight's Bucks game is the team that will win the series? Right now, 58% agree with Tausch, 42% nope, not with Tausch.
That's ridiculous.
I know where Kyle is. Before he starts ranting and raving, I'll start with somebody level-headed who's eating fiber wraps and doesn't know how to explain it.
Now he's level-headed.
Yeah.
Actually, you're dumb and you're dumb. I'll start. No, go ahead.
To me, if the Bucks lose, we got a series on our hands. They probably become the underdog, and we got a series. If they win, series is over. I firmly believe that. So it's more to gain tonight for the Bucks. So I wouldn't say if they lose, it's over, they're going to lose. If they win, it's over, they're going to win. I wouldn't go that far. If they win, they will win the series. If they lose, they become an underdog. But I still see a lot of scenarios where they could pull this one out. So I wouldn't go as far as saying this determines it, unless the Bucks win.
So what we're saying is that the Bucks can't win at Indiana. Like, we don't believe the Bucks can win a game. They can't steal one back. That Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, who has championship pedigree.
Where was this energy last week?
Kyle,
oh, my gosh, you were so fraudulent. Kyle Fraud Wallace,
I
God.
I believed in our team. I believed in them.
Last game was special for, like, what Dame put out there for the other guys. Yes, it was.
No,
35 and a half is ridiculous.
It was
ridiculous. In one half.
But Dame does that. Like, Dame puts up points. He puts up numbers. That's exactly what Damian Lillard does. What did he say? This is what y'all got me here for. I wasn't surprised by it. I was impressed.
This
I was
is what you got me here for.
That's exactly. I said four, not four.
I know. I'm joking. It's the 4-1 hour at 4, so I have to say 4. I can't say foe.
That is why he is here. He is here to put on performances like that. And if you think that he can't go on the road and go to Indiana and put on another performance like that, y'all are silly. Even if the Bucks lose tonight.
Have you seen those redneck crazy Indiana fans in the playoffs?
Yeah, they're going to get shut up. That's what's going to happen.
I love that Kyle tried to say nothing, and he's like, oh, shut up.
And so, listen, to think that today would determine if the Bucks can win the series is ludicrous. It's absolutely, even if they go up 2-0, it still doesn't mean that they're for sure going to win the series.
Yes, it does.
They have to prove it. If they win tonight,
what happened to you being Mr. Confident that the series is over? Now you're backpedaling from that, too.
I'm confident that it's over. What I'm saying is I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, we don't have to worry about the rest of them. Take it game by game, but I feel good about this series. I feel good. The Bucks are going to win this series.
If the Bucks win tonight, optimism is super high. We can all agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Like, they are going to win the series. If they lose, what is your level of concern? Because mine would be high.
My level of concern is 0.
0?
0.
Come on.
If they lose, you're such a clown.
Why would I be concerned?
Because that means they started off hot. They dropped a game at home. We're about to go Indiana when they're feeling themselves.
This team was 0-2 against the Phoenix Suns.
It was a different team.
What were you doing? I was just going to say, what? You didn't believe last week, Brad, don't you remember? It was, that was 2021. Y'all are living in 2021. Y'all are, and now you're using 2021 to your argument, so just know.
I'll use 2023. I'm confident in this Bucks team.
15 and 17 with Doc Rivers. Yeah, you're very confident in that.
Get past the Indiana Pacers. Yes, I feel good about Dame. Dame showed exactly what he can do. He can cook. He can get on fire. He can be that offensive explosive player that you need. That is exactly what the Bucks were trying to get when they traded for Dame, and he showed you exactly what you invested in coming to fruition.
Are you concerned at all about defensive play? Because last night or 2 days ago, the Pacers were cold. They were missing everything. Free throws, three-pointers. If they get hot.
Who made them cold?
Again, I'm going to help make Kyle's argument for him. What Kyle should be saying is the Bucks, since they've hired Doc Rivers, record or not, their defense has been better. They held guys in teams under 100 points. They held Indiana to what?
Was it like
90 something?
Under 100 points. Yeah. So the trend with Doc Rivers, I'm just trying to help you right now. But this is what you should be saying, not saying in 2021 we got these guys.
This is a different basketball team than what played against the Indiana Pacers earlier this year. If you do not believe Patrick Beverley, which you didn't believe before we traded for him, Patrick Beverley has made a difference for this team, and you saw his impact instantly in Game 1. This team is set up and is in a good position to succeed against the Indiana Pacers in this series. I feel good.
David chimes in. I'm going to make you the official Kyle Wallace take rememberer. Somebody needs to draw imaginary lines because Kyle is dancing on both sides with all of his takes. I think we need more than imaginary. I think we need real lines. I think we need to play audio tomorrow. No matter what happens, win or lose for the Bucks, see what Kyle was saying last week. See after 2 games if he's still in line with what he was thinking, because he can't He can't remember what he talked about a week ago.
I hold the Bucks to a high standard, and my expectations, for the Milwaukee Bucks, especially after seeing Game 1, they're sky high again. I feel good about the Milwaukee Bucks, and I said if the Bucks cannot beat the Indiana Pacers without Giannis, they are not a championship team. Period.
I'm going to give you a second to take back anything. I'm going to give you 1 minute to take back anything you said. We won't hold it against you.
I don't need a millisecond.
Here's what I will say. There is a difference between regular season and postseason basketball, particularly in the NBA. That is where stars really dial it in. This is a veteran-laden team. I'm not surprised at how well they played, but it really was like oh wow, like these guys are showing up. Can they sustain it? That's my question. Not can they do it, not can Dame drop 35.5 or Chris Middleton show up and look like the Chris Middleton of old. Can they sustain it? Because playoff basketball is different. These guys know that, but can they stay healthy? Can they stay energized?
Jacob chimes in. He says, 1 game at a time, fellas. Plenty of 3-1 deficits that have been blown in this league. I hear you, but my response to that is I agree that we've seen those type of deficits get overcome. But we have seen nothing from this team from the start of the season to Terry Stotts, to Adrian Griffin, to Doc Rivers, to Giannis being hurt, to the chemistry between Giannis and Dame on the floor at the same time. From them getting older to say this is a team that has a makeup that can come back from a 3-1 victory, considering they're not much different other than Dame when it comes to the roster that lost as a 1 seed to Jimmy Butler and company last year. So
not much. Do you know the difference that Dame is?
I understand what Dame is, but Dame is also getting older.
Oh, stop it. He just put in 35
How many times has Dame made it to the Western Conference Finals?
Once.
How many times has he been to an NBA championship?
0.
And when did he do that?
2016, no, 18. He must have went to the
It's 2024, Kyle. So you need to use what you're seeing now to provide other than one half of basketball. You're not even talking about the fact that, you know what, to Brad's point, I actually want to get to Brad's point. That's coming up next. Who's more important? Dame or Chris Middleton tonight? I'm going to tell you right now, it is Chris Middleton. I know you're going to say Dame. I'm curious what Brad will say. I know Tausch said Dame, but I think it's Chris Middleton. Before we get to that, I do want to hear about Bank 5-9. Get that out of the poll, Ash. Who's more important tonight?
Well, and let me tell you about someone that's important to me, and that is Bank 5-9. That's because Bank 5-9, what they're offering is incredible when it comes to making your money work for you. I think we're getting toward the end of the workday. You're going to be cashing that check soon. You're going to want to not only work for your money, but your money work for you. And Bank 5-9 has an alternative to do that. At Bank 5-9, you can earn more than rates as high as 5.3% when you open up a money market account today. That's right. 5.3% is as high as rates can be where the Bank 5-9 money market account. They also have great CD rates. Bank 5-9 is just finding so many ways to make lives better, whether that be in the community with volunteerism or generosity, which they are all over the place on, or Bank 5-9 is offering these juicy rates that allow your money to work for you. It's just another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better. For details, visit bank59.com/MM specials, member FDIC.
The new fashioned on Deer District property is open. The music's bumping. People are filing in. Bucks game 2 tonight. On Twitter, Mr. Bizzo chimes in. At Ben Bruss, what are the chances you take Brooks plus 1.5 threes tonight? Well, same game parlay is coming at 4:30, and you stay tuned because I did a little research. I went to the lab. The more I go to the lab, the better the chances these parlays hit. So 4:30, we got same game parlay, but next, who's more important tonight, Dame or Middleton? I know the popular pick's going to be Dame, but I'll tell you why Chris is the answer next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow in order to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
he's high maintenance, for sure.
I think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be piled.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've got some delays out there, but no more accidents. Thank goodness. Everything's been cleared. Delays are going to be on 43 southbound. You're looking at a 21-minute ride from Brown Deer Road into downtown. That's backups basically from Silver Spring all the way down through the Capitol Drive area. And the northbound side's also backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to about Keefe. Westbound 94 slowing out of the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road, and 894 westbound slowing down out of the Mitchell interchange all the way to about 68th Street. Incidentally, northbound 94 is definitely going to be slow. It's part of the whole closure from just north of Grange, right around Edgerton, all the way into the Mitchell interchange. Traffic is brought to you by the Club at Lac La Belle, the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin. The season begins Sunday, May 5th. Schedule your tee time at clubatlaclabelle.com and start your journey. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Scattered showers ending. Partly cloudy, breezy, turning cooler with a low of 37 at the lake, 31 inland. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny but cool, a high of 44 at the lake, 50 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strofe. Pack yourself in for ESPN Wisconsin's Draft Night. The draft is almost here, and ESPN Wisconsin is bringing its picks straight to you. Join us for the first round live from the Q Club of Wisconsin on Thursday, April 25th. Get ready for an unforgettable night packed with draft insights and insider info as the Green and Gold reloads for 2024. Hear from Wilde and Tausch, Homer and Chewy, Brian Bulaga, Gary Ellerson, John Anderson, Rob Domofsky, and more. Be there for ESPN Wisconsin's Draft Night, brought to you by the Q Club of Wisconsin.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and there is one thing I think everyone can agree on. Potholes stink. And this year's weather will make it one of the worst years yet. Well, Johnson & Sons Paving is ready to take on the challenge with a team that has over 2 decades of experience. When the potholes pop up in your asphalt, Johnson & Sons Paving can patch or replace the whole area. Book an appointment now at johnsonsonspaving.com. Get that appointment booked before May 31st, and you might even see Old T on the job site for a visit. Find full contest details at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, founder of Right Choice Tax Resolution and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. It's 2024 and an election year. The politicians are out there promising things they won't deliver. One thing is certain. Taxes are what pays for those promises. The IRS collects those taxes, and man, can they be brutal. My latest book has advice on what to do to avoid trouble with the IRS. We help you file back tax returns, get liens released, set up payment plans, represent you in audits, and get penalties reduced or eliminated. Some recent clients we helped include getting a $40,000 tax bill reduced by $32,000, filing a 2020 tax return to get a $7,000 refund, and negotiating a payment plan for $250 a month on a $30,000 tax bill. Make the right choice. Go to rightchoicetax.us to book a call or in-person meeting right now. We know you want to take the first step in getting the IRS off your back so you can live again. That's rightchoicetax.us.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
A little Josh and Heartland remix of the Bucks Don't Stop Here. Nice job, Josh from Heartland. Always bringing the musical talents to ESPN Wisconsin. If you don't know Josh from Heartland, he does a great job with Wilde and Tausch's Headline segment, always creating new content, where we heard Brad Nortman have the worst singing voice of all time, as we are Kyle Bruston Nortman live from the New Fashioned. Singing like a dying dog.
It's pretty accurate.
It's on the poll, and some people get it, some people don't. Who's more important tonight, Dame or Chris? And I'll start it with Kyle Wallace. Or actually, I'm going to start with myself because I've been, hey, you go.
Take it back.
I'm taking the ball. I'm taking the ball and I'm running with it.
All right.
Here's why. Right? We saw Damian Lillard have 35 in the first half. He was unbelievable. We saw the third quarter in game 1 kind of relaxed. Dame spoke about it. He's like, yeah, kind of let off the gas. It was kind of great that he was being honest. In the fourth quarter, they kept the energy up. They did the right things defensively, and everything was great. But what came with that is the Pacers are like, and they should have known this, the guy that we have to annoy the most, the guy that we have to stop the most is Damian Lillard. Now, I'm not saying they're going to shut down Dame. He's going to have 10 points. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is it's going to be a lot harder for him to score. There's no way Indiana can make the same defensive mistakes that they did against the Milwaukee Bucks. Everything was way too easy. It is a 7-game series for a reason. There's going to be adjustments made by the Pacers. But what I love to see is Chris Middleton in the fourth quarter take them home. And when I say take them home, I saw vintage Chris Middleton, 2021 Chris Middleton of tough shots. I mean, he did some nasty stuff, hitting nasty jumpers. And so if all the attention is going to be on Dame, Chris Middleton is going to have opportunities to play the role that he's played in big moments, right? When I say most important, you're going to expect Dame to be Dame-like. He's not going to be able to put up 35 in a first half. He's not going to be able to carry this team by itself. That's not how teams build rosters that have actual chances of going further. You have Chris Middleton playing the best that he's played in a long time offensively. Even towards the end of the latter part of the regular season, it's like, all right, Chris is kind of coming together. But what made me warm and fuzzy inside was seeing this, and I stumbled my way to some highlights of games 5 and 6 of the 2021 NBA championship. Don't we forget how clutch Chris Middleton is, what type of shot maker he is. The most important for tonight, in order to get over the Game 2 hump, is going to be Chris Middleton in moments where he's not going to be doubled off of ball screens like Dame is nonstop. Not trying to get the ball out of Dame's hands. It's going to be getting Chris the ball in ISO situations where he is an absolute assassin. So Chris Middleton is my answer on who is most important tonight between him or Dame.
Well, I'm just going to piggyback that. I can't say it much better, but I'm going to try. When it comes to...
And 800-990-3776. If you disagree with me or like what Kyle's going to say, we open up the phone lines and the text line to all of you to respond. 800-990-ESPN.
When it comes to winning games in the playoffs, you need not one, but 2 stars on your team. We know Damian Lillard's a star. He proved that in Game 1. Chris Middleton was the quiet second star that the Bucks really needed. Guys, Chris Middleton last game, we know Dame got his points and he looked flashy. Who led the team in plus-minus? That is Chris Middleton. He led the team in plus-minus in Game 1. I'm not sure I quite understand that stat, but I know it's when you're in, how the team performs, and when you're out, when the team performs. So the team performed best when Chris Middleton was in and when he was doing his thing. You need 2 superstars, and what the Pacers are going to do is they're going to say, you know what, Dame, we are not going to let you beat us. We're going to make everyone else try to beat us. That's like a Bill Belichick approach. Bill Belichick would always take away your biggest strength and make you try to beat you left-handed, so to speak. That's what the Pacers are going to try to do tonight. So it is on Chris Middleton to step up and be that dude. Because we know that Dame's going to get his, but in order to actually win, that's not going to be enough. Chris Middleton needs to be the guy to also step up and play his best because just Dame isn't going to be enough.
Yeah, so here's the thing. You all are speaking great facts. You all are making sense. And so I'm just going to tell you this. Dame is the most important player for today because Damian Lillard is your star player. He is the one that needs to come in and game out. He needs to make sure that he's putting up those points. So Dame is the most important guy for today because for this team to win, they need Dame to cook, and that's exactly what Dame will do. Now, in addition to that, y'all saying it's Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is a quiet star. Stars play well on the road, but you know who doesn't play well on the road? Role players. So that's why today should be a Dame and a role player type game because the fans are going to be able to bring the energy to the players inside the Fiserv Forum, inside the Deer District, right here from the new fashion, all the energy that we can help give those role players to play a key role tonight, whether it's Malik Beasley, whether it's Pat Bev, whether it's our boy Bobby Bobby, who's going to have a big game tonight, or Brooke Lopez, you need to take advantage of the fact that you are at home. You're going to have positive energy behind you. Even if you get down a little bit, you have the crowd that can hype you up. The Bucks need to take advantage of the fact that they're at home, and so that's why it needs to be Dame plus the role players being the most important pieces tonight. And then when we go to Indianapolis, that's when Chris Middleton becomes that important, quiet second star.
Who's the role player that needs to step up the most?
Oh, Bobby Porter's going to have a game today.
So
this is the
Bucks
Bobby
win
game.
if Bobby plays well.
This is the Bobby game tonight. Bobby puts up a big game tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is the Bobby game.
But Bobby is uniquely equipped to be physical, score, get boards, and hype the crowd. I mean, honestly, if it's Dame and Chris from 1 and 2 for me, it's Bobby third. I mean, he is just a unique player and a unique force for this team.
And role players shoot better, and we've seen with the Bucks, shoot better at home during the playoffs. And so, again, this is why you have to take advantage of that. If everybody around Dame is going to elevate their play, Dame must be on top of his game to ensure that the Bucks get victory tonight.
800-990-3776. A couple rolling in here on the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line, but the poll is, who is most important for tonight, Dame or Chris? 63% Dame, 37% Chris. I think that's what I kind of expected, knowing that Dame is the big name and thinking that that's what needs to happen. But I love this from Steve. So Steve had texted in. He said, Ben, you are a hypocrite. And
oh, wow.
No, but here's what I said.
That's true. It's true. I don't know. Wow. Right. That's right.
You are king hypocrite for the record.
No.
But here's what I had texted back. I said, we all are, but would like to know why here.
Hey,
and he gave me a good answer. You have hyped up Dame so much this season about when it comes playoff time what he can do. Now you are switching sides. I'm not even going to read the part where he says, love you, Ben. I almost agree with you all the time. I won't read that, even though I just did. Come on, laugh.
What's his name again?
Steve. So
Steve is an idiot.
Steve.
Why? Because he agrees with me?
Yes.
So when it comes to this, from Steve, he's right. I have hyped up Dame from a playoff perspective. That's why you do it, right? But what changed is the fact that the best player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, is out. And so when Dame becomes option one, that is why Dame was important for Giannis. Now, this is why Chris is important for Dame. So it's just the evolution of the way that the team is putting out there right now with Giannis being hurt. Now, if they can all three be on the court at the same time, that could be dangerous for opposing teams. But with where they're at right now, Giannis officially out for Game 2, and Chris Middleton playing as well as he did in Game 1, that gives me butterflies inside knowing that if Dame is going to be the sole focus of the Indiana Pacers, he's got to work really hard to get 20 to 25 tonight. Can Chris step up and be the guy that we saw late in the second half for an extended period of time? He's been getting 30-plus minutes finally over the course of the season in the latter part. I need Chris to step up, and I do appreciate Steve holding me accountable. David chimes in, Dame is big by himself. That's been proven. Indiana is going to game plan. Can others step up? Middleton, most important.
Well, and that's the key. That's the key question, right? Because you need multiple people. It's a team game, right? That's why not always the best singular player wins, but how well do you play in a team? So when you look at it, I think that Chris Middleton has to step up. I think Bobby Portis has to step up. I think even a guy like Pat Bev needs to step up in some moments.
Yep.
So when it comes to it, like Dame can't do it on his own. But I will say this. If those guys do step up, and maybe this is the series that Chris Middleton needed. Maybe he needed to feel good. Maybe he needed to remind himself that he's healthy and remind himself that he can be that dude. Because if Giannis comes back healthy, they win this series, you have a confident and healthy Chris Middleton and a Dame who's just playoff Dame time. Now you're talking about a force in the Eastern Conference that's to be reckoned with.
All in all, I hope it all works out, and I hope Kyle, after the game, takes a nice bubble bath.
Oh, you know I'm going to take me a nice splish splash sleeping in a bubble bath because
don't sleep in the bath. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. That is how we lost Whitney.
That's how relaxing it is, though.
It is relaxing. If your bath or shower is old or outdated, I don't want you to deal with that anymore. There is a great solution. It is called The Bath Authority. They provide the highest quality bathroom remodeling products along with a world-class customer experience. Now listen, they have modern, durable tubs and showers which are designed with an exclusive high-tech polymer liner. And the thing I love the most is it comes with a lifetime warranty. Yes, a lifetime warranty. Whether it's walk-in tubs, replacement showers, tub-to-shower conversions, and more, they have you covered. All of Bath Authority products are made 100% in the USA and can be installed in as little as 1 day. Yes, as little as 1 day by a certified technician. Nobody going in and out your house for multiple days, no unfinished projects. You can get this project done in as little as 1 day. Free up your time and work with the Bath Authority by calling them today at 414-249-6934 and get $1,000 off your new shower or bath plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Elevate your bathroom to a new level of luxury, style, and safety today by calling 414-249-6934 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And remember, get $1,000 off your new bath or shower plus 36 months of interest-free financing. TheBathAuthority.com. TheBathAuthority.com, where a better bath awaits.
Got some breaking news on the other side, and I did some research for Ben's Same Game Parlay. Stay tuned, Kyle Brust-Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle Brust-Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Backups along southbound 43, pretty much stretching down from south to Silver Spring, all the way down past Keefe, and then back on the brakes through the Marquette Interchange and over the high-rise bridge. Northbound's backing up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Keefe. We've got westbound 94 hitting the brakes before the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road, with the eastbound side hitting the brakes there from 76th Street through the Stadium Interchange to about 35th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, scattered showers ending, partly cloudy, breezy, and turning cooler. A low of 37 at the lake, 31 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and cool. A high of 44 at the lake, 50 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Beautify your entertainment space with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Hi, this is Gina Della from Pella. Turn your ordinary space into something extraordinary with brand new Pella windows. Plus, getting the perfect windows and doors for your home has never been easier. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months, or no down payment, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months if you book before April 30th. Take ownership of your living space and make it a place worth living with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
All Brewers games are on sale now. Coming up, a weekend showdown with the Yankees, Friday, April 26th through Sunday, the 28th. Start the series with Friday's hockey night. Then take home a limited edition Brewers City Connect Tumbler Cup at the game on Saturday, the 27th. Presented by Quick Trip. Don't miss out on a marquee weekend of baseball. Grab your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
What Darvin Ham did in the second half is inexcusable. Again, you let Jokic facilitate those other guys get going. That was you by doubling Jokic. Listen, Jokic is going to get his. It's an immutable fact. It's like gravity. Jokic is going to score the basketball. He's going to be a beast on the boards. What do you have, 27 and 20 last night? I mean, the over-under total points and rebounds was what, 41 and a half? And he blew that out of the water. Like, Jokic is going to get his. But everybody else, including Jamal Murray, was struggling. Just let him keep struggling. Don't help off of those other guys on Jokic because he might be the best passing big man that we've ever seen. So, I mean, I don't understand why Darvin Ham took that tact when it was clear that you were going to be fine once you built that double-digit lead, once you had a 20-point lead.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Make sure you subscribe to Thanalysis Show because our guy, TA, is doing a great job bringing in guests, entertaining you, and if you have missed anything from Stephen A. Smith and Giannis live from Potawatomi Casino Hotel, go to YouTube or subscribe wherever you get your podcast to Thanalysis Show, Apple, Spotify, wherever. YouTube has tons of accompanying videos as well with special content. But that live event, I'm telling you, you will learn a lot from Giannis. Giannis opens up with his brother on stage at a live event. You see Bobby walking by the crowd, getting everyone hyped. A great live event. More to come. Jordan Love was on there, and a lot more will be coming soon. I can tell you that much.
Did you see Giannis's answer with Thanasis when he asked him to talk about that shoe deal?
Of course, it's blowing up.
Everybody's talking about the shoe deal.
Loyalty, baby.
That was exclusive content that we already knew about a couple weeks ago. So
we actually were talking about some things from that show that I don't even know if we were supposed to talk about. But we did it anyway.
Too excited.
We were there. It was a live event.
But you got to download the podcast so you can hear the entire interview. It's so good.
It's so good.
Let's hit the breaking news sounder quickly before Ben's same game parlay.
Oh, baby. Now this is some breaking news.
From the desk of Josh DiMaggio, Tuesday, it is in the calendars. Josh DiMaggio will be getting his 3 tattoos.
Hey!
2 that were promised last year from the MAC Fund. 1 that was promised this year from Dave from Aaron's $1,000. Tons of money was donated to the MAC Fund, and Josh DiMaggio is following through on his Scalzo and Brust tattoo, his Homer caricature with "Oh Baby" on it, and the newest, Kyle Wallace's version of looking at the eclipse and thinking, this isn't very good. 3 tattoos on Josh DiMaggio.
And Brad, what are you
getting? And Brad's getting a tattoo as well for $1,000 for Brad.
Or is he getting
going
cleaned
once,
up?
going twice.
Yeah, Brad.
Gone.
Brad, you going
gone? Not sold, but gone.
We're the 3 amigos. We have to do everything together.
I'm not doing a tattoo.
I'm not putting you on a tattoo. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll bring this back up another time. But we got to get to what is current and now. And that is
the sound of this.
Ben's same game parlay.
It's time for Ben's Same Game Parlay. Sponsored by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. There's a table waiting for you at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. 12 bars and restaurants, a winning seat at 40 table games or 3,000 slot machines, and full-service sports betting. Explore more at PaysBig.com.
Alrighty, folks. We talked about Damian Lillard enough that if you don't want a part of this, Kyle, you don't have to be. But saying that Damian Lillard's going to get under 27.5 points is not crazy to me. It's not crazy. I think you talked about it as well. You're going to need others to step up. Brooke, Bobby, Chris, even Pat Bev in the starting lineup, who actually did a nice job providing energy. Can Pat Connaughton knock down some threes and get into his form? I'm saying under 27.5 because it is the easy pick right now to just go Dame, Dame, Dame. The whole game plan's going to be on Dame, Dame, Dame. Part 1 of the same game parlay, Damian Lillard under 27.5. Now with that, I think that the Pacers can't be as bad offensively as they were. Pascal Siakam was the only guy. Halliburton took 6 shots. He has not been the same since a hamstring injury, but he has talked a lot about how this team has more. Over 223.5 points for the game between both teams. It's like a 115, 113-ish score. These games flew over when these two opponents played. The Bucks defense was good, but it wasn't that good. And they slowed down in the third quarter, obviously, with the lead. I think we see a competitive game. I think we see a high-scoring game. It's going to reverse back to the mean of what it was when these two teams met and blew over 223.5 points in the regular season. Playoffs are different, but I'm just saying they've got to revert back to the mean a little bit in a high-scoring, tighter affair. And lastly, my favorite one. This is plus money, plus 120. Bobby, 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 Bobby. Over 1.5 threes.
Oh.
2 threes from Bobby gets you plus 120. So I have the 3 legs of the parlay, but I'm also going to go to Pato and place a single bet.
Ooh.
Just a single bet on Bobby Portis.
How much?
Over 1.5.
How much do I win if I got to win what? Put it on what?
So it's plus 120. So $10 would win you $12 in your money back. So I mean, it's basically like even odds, but you're not laying juice. You're getting some plus money here.
Plus money.
So 20 would win you 24. 100 would win you 120.
Okay.
So it's plus money on 2 threes from Bobby. And here's where the research comes in on Bobby, folks. Let's take a look at Bobby's last 10 games.
Come on.
4-2, 0 for 3. 4-3, 3 of 5. 4-5, 1 of 4. 4-7, 4 of 6. 4-9, 1 of 2. 4-10, 2 of 2. 4-12, 0 of 0. 4-14, 3 for 4. 4-21 against the Pacers, 0 for 2. Every single game Bobby has not hit 2 threes or more, he has hit it the next game. So we are ready and ripe for a Bobby over 1.5 mic drop.
That's deep analytics right there.
That is.
I mean, I like it. I don't know, 27.5. I feel like Dame's going to go over that.
Yeah, I agree. That he lost me at that. He
That's
got me
fine.
back with Bobby, but
if you want to be a part of the single bet, you can give me some scratch. I can put that on you for yourself. That way you're just locked in on Bobby. You mull that over.
I'm going to mull it over.
I'm gonna have a drink afterwards. I'm going to head on over to Potawatomi Casino Hotel. It is Ben's same game parlay. You know what happened last time Ben's same game parlay got hijacked? One leg lost because somebody wanted to hijack it.
Oh, man, we lost how
so
much money?
I have been hot on these that I got to ride with what I've been seeing and feeling. I'm not saying I'm going to get it right, but until I go 0 for 3 on one of these, I feel like I've been trending continuously in the right direction with wins, with some early cash outs, but this is all one same game parlay.
How much money did Tony lose me again by going with his bet instead of the one you originally had?
Well, if we would have had William Contreras like I was planning on,
I would have won how much for my 25?
You would have 25, would have run you around 196.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, no.
Even my mama asked me, did you win? Did you win? I said, no,
we gotta get Brad money for a new fridge, I'll tell you that much. Tony Cartagena, former producer for 2 days, who was fired of Kyle Brust and Ortman, says, cheap shot, bleep you. Suck it, Tony. Be better. Be better. Don't hijack my segment. Our segment, because you guys have been great. Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sportsbook opening May 3rd. We are going to be live and local all day long for Potawatomi Casino Hotels. Brand new sportsbook opening. A new era of sports betting begins, and don't miss it. Don't miss it, folks. It's going to be a fun time. Cheap shot or not to Tony. He was wrong, and he can't handle the truth. You know who's usually good at handling the truth? John Anderson of ESPN joining us next, getting us ready for Game 2 as we are live from the new fashioned. Out with the old, in with the new.
Yes.
Live from the new fashioned in Deer District. Nailed that one, Ashton. Get me out of here.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
I love you, Lou. That's Lewis from the north side. The north side always knows.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, it's Ben Brust, and join me for a look back on one of the most memorable basketball seasons in Badger history. A banner year, the story of the 2014 Wisconsin Final Four team, featuring great conversations with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, Barstool Big Cat, Ian Eagle, and more.
It is all over. Wisconsin is headed to the Final Four.
Find it on ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube, live on 94.5 ESPN, and wherever you get your podcast.
What are we doing today?
One of the employee owners has an idea.
Who is it?
Casey Goodson.
Well, hi, you must be Casey Goodson.
That's me. Casey has been with Kessler's for 22 years and became an owner 12 years ago.
We're excited to hear your idea, Casey.
I call it the One Collection.
But we've had special collections in the past.
What are you saying?
Casey, I think Rick is saying that this can't be the one collection because we've offered special collections in the past.
I'm not saying it's the first collection. It's a special collection of engagement rings for the woman that you know is the one.
The one for you. The one forever.
What's in it?
Incredibly special rings for incredibly special women.
How much?
Most of them are between $725 and $2,800.
I like it.
I like it.
Me too.
When you have found the one, you'll find her ring waiting patiently for you to come and pick it up at Kessler's.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Daniel Hollab is with me. OAW offers a robotic partial knee replacement. What is that, and who would be a candidate?
We see a lot of the weekend warrior, maybe people that have played sports their whole life or had a knee injury somewhere along the line that now has led to a very isolated patch of arthritis in a portion of their knee, which traditionally may have been treated with a full knee replacement. Nowadays, we have very accurate computer-assisted robotic technology that allows us to target that small patch of arthritis and do a very limited replacement. This procedure tends to be minimally invasive. It's an outpatient procedure. It tends to need a little bit less of a recovery period, and it leaves you with most of your own knee. Just we've replaced the arthritic portions of your knee. You're able to lead a more active lifestyle after this type of a procedure.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Catch all the action this weekend at Franklin Field as the Milwaukee Panthers baseball team takes on league-leading Northern Kentucky in a 3-game series. Friday, the Panthers host an inaugural school day event with a 3 p.m. first pitch. Then on Saturday, MKE welcomes back former players on Alumni Day. Game time is set for 2. The series concludes Sunday with Scott Duffick Day as the Panthers honor Coach Duffick in a pregame ceremony. First pitch is 1 p.m. Tickets for Milwaukee Panthers baseball are $7 and are available at mkepanthers.com. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame, Dollar, Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Curbless Ready-to-Drink Cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
With these big postseason games, I'm always checking the injury report. You know who doesn't have to be on the injury report, though? That's you with QC Kinetics. That's right, because if you're tired of your achy joints, whether it be your hips, your knees, your shoulders, your back, QC Kinetics can finally give you the pain relief that you've been looking for. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. And that is something that, you know, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Those are no longer your only or your best options, but regenerative medicine offered by QC Kinetics can give you lasting results with their innovative treatment. Dr. Mitchell Shinecup, look him up. QC Kinetics is under the leadership of him, who's a national medical director, and he's been a pioneer in this field with over 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, publishing, directing. QC Kinetics is under his leadership, and boy, are they leading people to lives of pain-free living. Now is the time to actually get back to the things you want to do. Playing golf, walking, running, being outside. It's a beautiful day here in Milwaukee. I want you to be able to enjoy it. QC Kinetics will give you your life back with allowing that joint pain to finally be gone. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. Call 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Joining us now as we're live from the new fashion in the heart of Deer District is John Anderson of ESPN joining Kyle Bruston-Nortman. John, good day. How are your vibes heading into Game 2?
Vibes are okay. I am still not. Sold that we are anywhere close to out of the woods. Plus, given our history, obviously, Doc can't blow a 3-1 lead until they get a 3-1 lead.
So I'm sort of I am not brimming with optimism right now. But that if we can get Dame to maybe even score in the second half, I feel like there were some good things to take away.
John, this is an exciting week for any sports fan, let alone us Wisconsin fans of basketball and NFL football. So what are you more excited for this week? The NBA playoffs with the Milwaukee Bucks or the NFL draft?
This may sound stupid, but I am more excited about the actual people playing games and not.
I was with you, John. I'm so sick of these mock drafters.
They're going to hand a card to the commissioner. He's going to read a name, and then since the Packers are picking 25th, so I got to wait. What is that? 5.5 hours for that? No.
Night.
I like the games. I don't know. Maybe I'm just silly.
Are the Packers going to pick on East Coast time Friday at 12:01 your time?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think we get out of there. I think they're done by 11 our time, something like that, 11:30, something reasonable. But it's just, and I get it. I like the draft. It's kind of fun. I like better than having to, when I was a kid, wait around for a crawl to maybe come on the bottom line of WBAY or WLUK to see who it was. But in the end, they're just picking dudes, and I like to watch the dudes actually play.
Did it shock you that Brad Nortman, who heard his name in the 6th round of the NFL draft, picked the NFL draft for that question?
Dun 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 dun.
Hey, Brad Nortman,
read a name.
Chills.
When do they hold the 6th round? Is that even this weekend, or is that
damn?
Whoa.
Yeah, John, great question. That's the Saturday. That's for the real fans of the NFL who are still watching when they're picking the punters in the 6th round. That's who I want to know. And actually, I got Tausch. I got picked during a commercial. So I got a picture of the screen, and there's some commercial up there, and it's Brad Nortman punter.
I was
so it's anticlimactic.
The Carolina Panthers got to steal. That's what I said after
Thanks,
I got drafted.
Kyle.
Right.
But
and just because they put Panthers hats on the custodial staff doesn't mean it's the same as the first round people are there.
Oh, wow.
Touche.
Shots fired. Now, John, before I get into my question real quick, I'm disappointed in your level of hypeness after seeing Dame put up 35 in the first half. I was sure that you were going to be as excited as I was because this is what we brought him here for.
He has a level head.
I just think maybe a Dame scoring 2 in the second half would have been cool.
Your standards are so high. I feel you on that one. But first round of the draft is coming on Thursday. Green Bay Packers. What is your dream scenario for the Packers on Thursday night when it comes to what's going to happen in the first round?
My hope is that they can somehow trade back so they have all the picks in the 7th round. Every single one of them.
That's more than possible.
Compensatory. They're going to have 38 7th round picks. That would be my ultimate goal. I would like them to. This is so horrible. This is like the guy who's not fired up about exactly one win in the playoffs yet. Just give me a really, really, really good offensive tackle that's worthy. That's not potential, not upside. It's kind of like I don't want a defensive back with great catch-up speed because I would prefer him to keep the wide receivers in front of him. I want somebody that can play and play now. And I don't need him to be an all-pro at 25. I just need him to be a nice, serviceable starter. And I'm going to put him in there. He's going to play for 10 years.
Plug and play.
Talking with John Anderson of ESPN as we're live from the New Fashion, getting ready for Game 2, Bucks and Pacers. Now, I made the argument, and it's a little in-depth here, but I think Chris Middleton's more important than Damian Lillard because he's going to be the guy that isn't the focal game plan. And I saw vintage 2021 Chris in the second half making some nasty buckets. Your thoughts? Who's more important tonight?
I think in the grand scheme of things, Dame, because he'll score more points, but I think Middleton has to be the guy you described. He's got to be, here's I'm kind of all-star quality again. More importantly, hey, I've been through this whole rigmarole. I've been to the finals. We've won the finals. We need him to take on that leadership role. We need him to, all that experience, all that toughness, all that really kind of he is as much the franchise as Giannis in terms of his experience. That needs to just radiate touting him to all the other guys on that team. And I think he's kind of got to be his part, and then he's got to be some Drew Holiday part in terms of leadership with that club as well. So I think he's absolutely, especially in the face of Giannis. Even when G comes back, I think he's got to be that guy. That Dame ultimately is more important, but he's unbelievably critical. Or they're not. This will end really quickly.
John, what's your driving posture, and more importantly, where are your hands on the wheel? Because I'm of the impression that people that hold their hands at 10-2 and grip the wheel strongly, I trust them the least on the road.
I gave up 10-2 the second the guy said you passed at the DMV. Right? God bless Carl Sunby, who taught me, my driver's ed teacher there at the old Green Bay Summer.
What a memory!
Summer. Well, he was also our athletic director. He was a good dude. And now I just, one hand sort of just sits right at the top, 12 o'clock, and we monitor it all from there.
See, that I can trust a guy like that. That's confidence behind the wheel.
Yeah, but I sit fairly erect in my seat. It's not, most people are like, "What are you doing?" It's like, did you go to Catholic school to learn to drive? So I sit a bit taller than other people. But as always, because of safety, I like to have the other hand free so it can solely text when I'm there, because I don't want to be pulling one hand off the text. I need that whole hand right there to violate all those rules.
I disagree. You definitely need to be.
Kyle, you famously have talked about how you drive like a Kia boy.
What I'm saying is this. I disagree with people taking shots at people who drive 10-2. I disagree 100%.
It's too stressful. It's too stressful. You want to drive.
They stress me out just looking at them.
No. I mean, there's two ways. Either you can have somebody driving 10-2, driving nice and slow, where you say, move out the way, or you can have somebody swerving through traffic. You're like, oh, my gosh, you're going to kill somebody. I'd rather yell, move out the way, than say, oh, my gosh, let me get my phone out so I can show somebody.
But sometimes that 10-2 person going 5 under the speed limit can be a danger to society.
Oh, my gosh.
There's minimum speed limits, too. Some places.
I'll 10-2 it when I'm in New York City. When I drive in the city, because you got to be kind of nimble when it comes to that. But other than that, I'm a little like George Carlin. Everybody going slower than me, an idiot, and everybody that's going faster than me is just an a-hole.
John, so what will give you more confidence? If the Bucks win tonight, will that give you more confidence in this Bucks team? Because I usually like you bringing the juice, bringing the energy, matching my energy, or it being above my energy.
Yeah, I don't like when you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like when you guys are off in energy. Something's off.
I want it to be in sync. So what will give you to the level of confidence that this Milwaukee Bucks team is going to be A-okay until Giannis comes back?
If they can win tonight, then I will be. My spirit will be buoyed by a great deal. And they don't have to win by 40. They just need to win, because I think Carlisle is a really good coach. He's going to come out with something for them tonight. So if they can match that early, and then somehow they put a win, they can go down there 2-0. I know it's like, we just did our job. But I think that gives them a little juice, gives them some confidence after what happened in the regular season. They say, okay, we're going to be fine here. And maybe they pull one out there. Maybe they don't immediately. But in all of these things, man, I really am. Until the fourth one comes up, to me, I find it stressful. That I don't take anything for granted. Right? We're cheated during the NCAA tournament. Ooh, we only got to win once. Now you got to beat this team. You got to beat them 4 times.
Yeah.
So I will feel much better. Right now, I don't feel any different than I did when the series started. But
quickly, John,
there's clearly room for improvement.
Would you rather watch the Bucks on a Friday at 5:30 or a Sunday at 9 p.m.?
What am I working at ESPN?
No, that's a good answer.
That makes all the difference in the world. If I'm working, you know what? Give them Sunday at 9, because then they're going to close on my watch, and then I get to go ahead and do press conferences and everything else they have.
We'll be tuning in if that's the case. John Anderson, we appreciate the time. Enjoy your time with Homer and Brewers baseball coming up next.